But you see, now boy, I was hoping so much that this card would show up. This is the sun. That's healing and health and growth and happiness. And again, there's a little child here. And that's backed up by the Ace of Cups, which is the onset of happiness and emotional well-being. So I'm getting signals here that it's doable, that it's possible, but that's going to be done by dint of your own personality and who you are. This is not something you're going to read in a book.
I've
So
been fighting for it for 3.5 years.
yeah, well, that's
trying to make it happen for 3.5 years. So,
well, at some point you're going to have to decide how much longer you want to do this, and maybe just see if the granddaughter at some point just grows out of it and decides to say hello to you. Let's face it. And I know that they've been poisoning her mind, right, against you.
yes.
Yeah, I mean that goes without saying almost, but this is like the Two of Swords. That's the sword. You're getting so many sword cards because that's the nature of this situation. That's things reaching a standstill, and when that happens, you might be able to break through. But I'm still seeing the success card here of the World. So it all depends upon how strong you are and how strong you want to be and how strong you need to be and what you wish to do. Because there's a good chance that you can work this through, but be very alert to the signs that show that they're not listening. Okay?
Oh, I'm aware. I am very aware of that.
Because I don't want you to be here's the King of Swords again. See, every time I cut the cards, I go back to the main sword cards here. Here's the Seven of Swords. Now, that had to show up because that's about somebody sneaking around and causing trouble. Sound familiar, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I was one of my questions too. Is it if there's any involvement in drugs or any kind of illegal activity?
Well, let's see. I don't know that I can specifically see that, but I do see there's that one person who's causing trouble. There's that one person there's always somebody around us who thrives on trouble. I mean, I was at a meeting one time of an organization where there was big trouble in the organization, and it was coming from two people. And we were able to figure out immediately at a meeting who the two people were when somebody pointed out, it's you and it's you. And they were horrified. They wanted, how did you know? I said, because of all the people here dealing with this and discussing it, you two are the only ones who are smiling. See, they will reveal themselves. This kind of person these people will reveal themselves. Let's see if I can get any indication of drug activities and illegal activities. Well, naturally, I got another sword card here, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords. I'm not getting anything that indicates that. It's got the Nine of Swords, it's the Ten of Swords. Well, that's good. The Ten of Swords indicates that this may be over soon. The King of Swords. I mean, oh man, it's like this whole deck is made of swords tonight. But I am seeing that there is a person who's responsible for instigating trouble. But I can't see the nature of it. Okay, I'll see what I can do after the show, and maybe if I find something there, if you send me an email, I will, or contact me through my website, magic-works.com, magic-works.com. I'll be happy to fill you in on anything I see. But at the moment, I'm just seeing that there is one specific person who is causing a lot of trouble. And generally, that person is doing it for the sake of causing trouble. Here's the card again that let me see that the child is involved and it may work out well. And the nine of coins is here. I want you to consider the nine of coins. Go online and look at the nine of coins from various decks and see what you think of it, because it means a person who'll be fine away from people. For you may need a peopleectomy for a while, don't you think? Because
Yeah.
3.5 years is a long time for this, but I admire your stick-to-itiveness, and I also see that you have the power to deal with this. The question, as I said, is, do you want to? And that's only you can answer that. So please, by all means, stay in touch with me, and we can take a look as things develop. I'll be happy to. Now this is not a sales pitch, because I'm not going to charge you if you want to see some more cards and you want to contact me. I'm not considering that a deal. I'll be a resource for you. How's that?
Well, that sounds great. And what did you say how to contact you?
Go to mojoacademy.org or magic-works.org, magick-works.org. Each has a contact page, or you can, at askoneradio.com, you can look me up there and you'll see how to contact me. You just look up Reverend Elliot's Magical Window and contact. It's very easy to get to me, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to light a white candle to send positive energy your way, and let's see where it goes. Okay.
I appreciate you.
Well, you're a very strong spiritual person, and if you can't handle this, nobody can. That's the way I look at it. So thanks for trusting me and contacting me with this, because I want to help you see through it. Okay.
Well, I do appreciate that. That's for sure.
So thanks for calling.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And if it's possible at all, have a nice Thanksgiving. How's that?
Thank you. You as well.
Thanks. Bye-bye now. And let's shuffle them up. You're listening to Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. And boy, we're really dealing with aspects of peoplehood today, that's for sure. And I love that. It's all so strange, because I've seen so many people in my life who just like to hurt people. They enjoy it. And I don't mean consensually. I'm not talking about the masochist and the sadist, It's an old joke, but, the masochist goes up to the sadist and says, "Beat me." And he looks at the masochist and says, "No." Now, that's vicious, Anyway, Kayla in Pittsburgh is next. Hi, Kayla. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Great. What can I look at for you?
I was wondering what areas of my life need healing?
Oh, okay. Well, I just got like the happiest card in the tarot deck, which is the 10 of Cups. So it looks like you're okay, The 4 of Cups is here. That is a card of a person who is trying to figure out things to do and doesn't notice that there's another 3 cups is what they're considering. There's a hand coming out of a cloud, and that is holding a cup, and that is offering something new that may be very good for you in terms of emotions and growth and healing. The Hierophant is here. That's a card of religious authority, although I'm hesitant to draw that out any further. There's just, to me, that says you may want to work on some spiritual stuff, but that's between you and your beliefs. There's certainly nothing that I can tell you to do. But I'm seeing that you're in a very good position now emotionally, and this just may be the time for you to get a little more spiritual in life, if Does that feel like the way it is for you, or do you have a firm spiritual grounding?
About right.
Hmm. Okay, so that's about all I see here. Everything else is fine. I've got the Judgment card, which is, that's a decent, happy thing. I've got the Fool, which is, again, if there was anything negative in the reading, having that card appear would get rid of it. So it's a very positive reading. If there's something, essentially, then what it's saying is, if you want something to concentrate on, concentrate a bit more on the spiritual side of life. How's that?
Okay.
Okay, should be, judging by what I see about who you are from these cards, that's going to be easy to do. Okay, so give it a shot. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
My pleasure. Bye bye now. And let's see, where are we? We're rounding near the end here. Elizabeth in Milton, Vermont is next. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you tonight? Yeah, I'm here.
I'm fine.
I see the
I'm
name
fine,
Milton,
thank you.
Vermont, and I think of the old TV movie with Martin Landau as a war veteran who's looking for his hometown called Charles, Vermont, and he can't find it anywhere. You know the movie, right?
Yes.
So yeah, that may have been what inspired them, right? A name like Milton, Vermont. So what can I look at for you?
I don't know. I have a dog that's very ill, and I have a husband with Alzheimer's, and I'm just feeling not sure what to do with myself these days because I feel like I'm going to be losing both of them. And
Well, yeah.
I'm not well myself, but
These
I'm not as
things
bad as
pile
they
up,
are.
don't they? When
Yes.
they come, the old joke that they all come in threes, right? Well, let me tell you, there's a few
Yes.
things here.
Well, I have my grandson lives with us, and so does my ex-son-in-law.
Well, okay. There you go. That's,
So
find your happiness where you can, right?
that's right.
Let me just tell you what you got here, because you're entering a period of upheaval in life, but
What in life?
upheaval, things changing.
Okay.
Things are coming
Okay,
to an
yeah.
end, but you see, the Temperance card is here. Now that means balance restored. So you'll get through this, and everything will be balanced again. The Ten of Swords is here. That's a card that says life got pretty bad, but life did its worst, and you're still here, and you're going to succeed. And the Ace of Cups is here, which is a card about new levels of happiness and emotion coming. So I'm not big on change in life. I really am not. I just am not. I mean, I just got a new printer after like 12 years and a new computer after about 15 years. And everything has to be updated now, and it's driving me nuts. So now, I'm not comparing my technological goofiness with the tragedies in your life that are on the horizon, but I don't do well with change, but we need it sometimes. And
Right.
what I've been seeing is you're going to come through this fine. It's not that it won't hurt, but you'll deal with it,
Right.
and you'll be fine.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I don't see problems here. Let's see if I can find anything else, anything deeper. No, it's all good. It's all fine here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that very much.
There just comes a time when life decides to start smacking us around, and
Right.
we deal with it, and it's not fun to deal with it, and it's not pleasant, and I'd rather not. And unfortunately, I've reached the stage in my life where I can't consume alcohol anymore, so I have to deal with it.
I wish I would. I wish I didn't have to consume food.
Yeah. Oh gosh,
That's
I know.
my personal battle.
I know that feeling. Tell me, when I was 50, I took off well over 110, 20 pounds. And that was a long time ago, but that was, you know, these things creep up on us, don't they? So let me
They
see if I
do.
can
I
leave you with
lost
something
80 pounds.
excellent. Beautiful. Well, let me
Yep.
tell you here. This is good. This is a good message here. This is the card, the Eight of Cups, that tells me that's a person who's moving away from things that are not working for her and going towards things that are working. Now, you already did some of that, as you mentioned. And the next is the Four of Rods, which is about a happy home, and the Six of Rods, which is assured success, and the Eight of Rods, which means that the success and happiness is coming very soon. So you're at the always darkest before the dawn part, you know, which means you're living a cliche, but it's going to be all right. Okay.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm going to light a candle for you also to send positive energy your way, because these are very, very, very difficult things to get through, and I don't like them myself, you know. This is why we're all
Right.
born crying, you know. We were so happy and snug and comfortable, and then pow, we're in this room and it's cold, you know, and we start crying.
Yep.
So, you know,
I
and
agree with
and,
it.
and it never ends. It's always about change.
Right.
So, but you know, I
Yeah.
don't like it, but I deal with it. So thanks a lot for calling,
Right.
and I wish you all the best.
And thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
Thank
Bye
you for
now.
your kind words. Bye now. And that's it. We've come to the end of another edition of Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. We got a couple of minutes left, so I'll remind you that you can see what I do at magic-works.com, magick-works.com. Check out there at mojoacademy.org. That's my more of books and videos and audios. And over there you can see the secrets to success that I have spoken about. And it is there's some really heavy duty advice there about personal growth. Unfortunately, that's how complicated life is, you know. But you know, I've also got there's a disc there called Psycholaxation, which was believe it or not, was the first guided meditation towards easing anxiety at a time, and it came out at a time when people started taking Milltown. I mean, people back then were concerned about tranquilizers. They probably had no concept of how many people are going to be living on mind-altering drugs now because of anxiety and things like that. So, you know, we're not meant to do that. You know, we're not meant to be stressed out, but there's times when there's nothing we can do about it. So maybe check out that recording of Psycholaxation, and there's plenty of guided meditations out there that are really worth the serenity that you get out of them. You know, there's a lot of garbage out there too, but I'm hoping I can help guide you through that. So anyway, we've got to run now, and I'll be back again next week with another edition of Reverend Elliot's Magical Window. Until then, remember, time flies. It's up to you to be the navigator. Bye-bye. I'll see you next week.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for an offering of light with Robin Cheney. Robin Cheney. Live from RobinCheney.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is an offering of light on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
All right. Y'all know that Dave just cracks me up right before I come on air. So I come on laughing each time. So my apologies. He's hilarious. Okay. Hi, I'm Robin Cheney. Welcome to Thursday night on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I am here to help you on your healing journey, and I hope that I can be of service for you tonight. If you have been here before, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. I'm glad everybody is here. And yeah, I just hope I can help tonight. So I'm still laughing in my head from Dave, by the way, y'all. So please excuse me. So if you like what I have to offer, please feel free to go to my website, robincheney.com, and see what other offerings I have, just in case you're interested. And I would love to take a caller. If you are interested in being a caller on my show, please email me at robin@robincheney.com, or you can go to robincheney.com and just submit a contact form through my website. So I will need a phone number though to call. So just so you know. Okay. So I hope everybody is having a good week. 1 week until Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? There's Gemma wanting her cookie, so we shall give her one. And there's her tail. She's very happy. 1 week before Thanksgiving, I hope everybody's holidays are starting off well. And, I'm in Florida and we had a cold snap and it put me in the holiday season, the holiday spirit. So I'm ready for my Christmas tree. I'm ready for a bunch of turkey. But I don't eat turkey, but I'm ready for the big meal and then the Christmas tree and all the gifts and all the fun that the holiday season brings. And I'm just so ready for it. So next week, I actually might have my Christmas tree up. I think I'm going to do that this week just because that cold snap, it really just got me in the Christmas spirit. And, shopping, like I was in Home Depot the other day and there's a lot of Christmas trees up and there's a lot of Christmas decorations. And I had to go play in there for a minute, which is fun. Anyway, we are here for some healing. So let's everybody go ahead and get comfortable, whatever that looks like for you. Just get comfortable. And on the count of 3, we're going to take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And release. Stretching feels good too. Yeah. All right. And on the count of 3, let's take another deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And release. All right. So I'm just going to start running light. And I'm going to see where it goes. Whoa. All right. So let's see. I feel like there's multiple people here tonight. That's exciting. I hope we can get what you need to move forward. Some people's healing journeys are longer than others. Some people have a lot of things going on that they don't realize, and so it takes longer. Just know there's a lot of work going on behind the surface as well as on the surface, okay? But behind the surface, sometimes you can't see it and you don't know what's happening, but it is happening, okay? And then you kind of look back after a while, maybe a couple months, maybe a year, and you're like, oh, wow. Okay, I've made some big strides. So I hope that happens for you. Sometimes it's just a day, right? Sometimes it's just a day. Sometimes it's longer. It all just depends on what you have going on and how open you are to receiving the light. And I do call it light because to me it looks like light, and it's the light of God for me. And it is here to help you. And just so you know, if I'm just running light like this, anybody can say stop, tell it to stop, it will immediately cease. As some of you know who've been here multiple times, sometimes I do big light, and that big light cannot stop on a dime like this light, okay? So if I run big light, you're in for it. It's coming to you. So make your intention to not receive it if you don't want it, but once it comes, it's going. Okay? It is gonna get you in the best way possible. Okay. Let's see. I keep talking, but I think they want me to be quiet so I can hear. I just feel like there's several people here that have been here several times or multiple times, which thank you very much. I appreciate it because I have no idea how many people are here. Yeah, I don't know how to find that out, but I do get emails from y'all, which I greatly appreciate, and I get messages from y'all, which is wonderful to hear. So please feel free to do that. I feel like there's just a bunch of stuff going on. I think this is female in their abdomen, in their intestines, their digestive tract, all those organs in there. We're stopping it again on the liver. So we have some liver issues going on. Actually, they just put my hands right on a female's liver. This female, if you are sensitive, you will feel a lot of warmth. That is because my hands are directly on your liver. So let's just see. And for those who I am not, my attention is not on right now, you're still getting healing. You're still getting light. So set your intentions for what you want it to work on, and it will do that. But this woman, oh man, okay, so I'm getting like a really hot, like feverish. So maybe she has hot flashes. I'm assuming she probably has hot flashes. Or bouts of really hot, so maybe not a hot flash, but a bout of warmth, and then cools off. So hopefully we can get this with this liver work tonight. And I want to put some more light out there for everybody else, but they're not letting my hands move from her liver yet. If you are sensitive, this female, if you are sensitive, you may be feeling like waves of dizziness. That's me. That's this work, okay? So it should not last more than 3 or 4 seconds, just like a wave going through. It's like pushing through block, okay? And sometimes you'll feel sensations or an ache or a little bit of a pain, and that's something pushing through, okay? Now in this group setting, because I'm not able to see people like one-on-one, I am a little more cautious with the light that goes out, just in case it's a little too strong for somebody. I don't want that to happen. So I am more cautious with how much light I do run for people here. But know that if that big light comes through, if I'm called to do the big light, just know that that is some big light, okay? That I am not filtering at all. That is straight from God, straight from the heavens. A beautiful gift to everybody who receives it. And you can gift it to people, by the way. You can gift it. You can receive it, and you can have it with somebody, to receive somebody else to receive it. Excuse me, I got tongue-tied. Right. I'm getting like so hot from this liver. My hands are still there. Whew, we might just work on this woman the entire time. Not sure. It's 8:08. I just opened my eyes. My right arm is like getting tired of being in this position, which is very odd. So maybe somebody's right arm is weird. And here I go with the dizziness again. This woman, I'm feeling dizziness in her head. And it's almost like I'm irritated, like Gemma is irritated. Like there's an irritant, like the clothes, like my hair is bothering me, like it's touching my neck and it's bothering me. So that is usually central nervous system issues. And yeah, this weird pain in my arm when I'm just holding my arm like this, which doesn't make sense. So if it's not mine, remove it, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go back to this woman's liver, but I want to make sure everybody's getting enough light. So let me just bring in a good bit and have it moving around. Oh yeah, yesterday was my friend Carolyn's birthday. If she's here, hello, happy birthday. All right, just had some phlegm go down my throat. So we have some allergies being worked on right here in the sinus cavity and back. Oh, it feels like pressure in the head can happen, especially up and through here is where it kind of feels the pressure here, the temples, but up here it feels like there's also headache. Somebody with headache, and down below, ooh, like a migraine from somebody down here that also goes up and around to here. And I'm sorry, migraines are no joke. I am sorry. Oof. Let me see if I can get stemming from the brain stem. Okay. The person with the migraine migraines. I think she has them. If she feels female, I think she has them. Over and over, unfortunately. Oof, Gemma. Right, there you go, B. She has one cookie left, so we are in trouble. I gave her a really big cookie before we started, hoping she would be occupied with it. It obviously didn't work. It just didn't work. Okay. All right, I'm going down to somebody's knees, in particular the right, but it's kind of above the knee, right above the knee, and then the knee as well. Just feels weak. There's some weakness there. And I feel like the left hip is like you've been compensating for this weak right knee. This might be a knee implant, and on the top, it's not fitting properly. And so there's aches and pains associated with that. It feels like even some nerve pain may be associated with that because it doesn't feel like it was properly done. But the left hip is starting to feel fatigued from compensating for that right knee. So I'm trying to get enough. There's a lot of light, people. There's a lot of light that's needed. So I'm hoping I'm getting it all for you tonight. I am going back to the liver. Gemma Bean. That's her last cookie, y'all. Oh, I have 60 seconds. Okay. So let's just blast as much light as we can for everybody that's here. And thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you received so many benefits from this. Remember, you can rewatch and still get some more light. It's not going to be as intense as it is with me, but you can still get some more treatment. And then I will be here next Thursday. 30 more seconds. Next Thursday, Thanksgiving Thursday, I will be here helping you digest your big dinner. Maybe not, right? But you are welcome. I would love to see you here, or I would love to have you here. All right. All right. I hope everybody got some benefits from this tonight. Thank you so much for coming. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the night with the wonderful mediums that are coming up behind me. And I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. And I'm just going to keep running light until Dave takes me out.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Nikki the Psychic. Nikki the Psychic. Live from Nikki-the-psychic.square.site. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Nikki the Psychic on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in again tonight. I'm gonna take our callers this evening, so while we wait for them to get dialed in, we are gonna just pull some cards for the collective, see what you guys got going on. All right. This looks like it has something to do with it's the moon card decided to flip upside down. So this looks like it has a lot to do with the relationship aspect of it. What this is showing, what I'm seeing right now with the Two of Cups, the Nine of Swords, not the Nine of Swords, the Six of Swords. Of course, I can't see right. The Death card and the Ten of Wands and the Moon is like we are coming out of what you are moving on from a relationship right now. So maybe in the beginning, this was all fine and dandy, and it seemed like it was great. However, over a period of time, you realize that there is a lot of work that needs to be done that is outside of your control. So it's more of a burden than a relationship that you can thoroughly enjoy and that they thoroughly enjoy you. And this is not, we all carry our own stuff. We all carry our own traumas, but this is not one of those relationships where, you know how sometimes people say it takes two to tango, like sometimes we're both a little toxic. This is one of those things where you entered this relationship with nothing but love, nothing but wanting to progress. And however, their hidden traumas and their hidden BS is what's causing this to end. And that's not a reflection of you, that's a reflection of them. And maybe you have one of those healer complexes. So right now you're getting through that, you're getting over it, and it's okay. We're going to take this as a learning experience, and we're going to progress on from it. And now you're educated enough that you're not going to grab those, that you're going to see those red flags. You're not going to let them grab you and put a chokehold on your life. So I'm ready for my caller now. Just waiting for it. Hey, Scott.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, babe. How are you?
It's been challenging the past 2 or 3 years of my life.
What do you have questions on? What are you seeking some clarity on tonight, hon?
Financial, for one thing, because I applied for disability, and I'm really hoping it goes through because currently I can't walk with my left knee. That's the one big thing because I only have so much money left in my account, and my concern is running out of money before I hopefully get approved.
All right,
and living
it's
with
gonna
my
be
parents is not easy.
what, babe? I didn't hear that last part.
And me and my wife are living with her parents, but it's a thing where her parents are degrading to the point where she needs to watch them and take care of them, more like a caregiver.
Yeah. And that's a big transition, especially whenever you have your own health issues and concern and like stuff like that's going on. So it's not only it's heavy on both sides. And I can feel that, and I can also feel the frustration. However, the biggest I kept hearing it's going to be close. So it might be one of those things where like you see your financial nest like dwindling and dwindling, and then all of a sudden the disability is going to kick in. Right now, because I keep hearing that, like, are they just reviewing it right now?
It's in review right now. I still have to go see an orthopedic doctor because the insurance I signed up with now, I can afford it to a certain point, but I still have to go see an orthopedic doctor, probably have another MRI, another x-ray. You know, it was a workers' comp case months ago. And this injury's lasted over a year.
The biggest thing that I keep hearing is get it as done as fast as you can. Like as soon as you're able to go see that ortho, go see that ortho and make sure that you can get in as soon as they have. And if it even make sure they put you on the cancellation list as well. Because that's the biggest thing that's holding you back right now is just waiting on other people, which is like when you're dealing with the government and disability and everything, there's always going to be some type of delay.
Yeah.
Because I
am going to do that. I'm actually waiting for the physical insurance card to come in with the new insurance I signed up with. So hopefully as soon as it gets here, that's when I'm going to make the appointment, but I'm going to make sure it's not an orthopedic doctor that I have seen through workers' comp before. It's going to be a non.
No, I was gonna say, because we have the 10 of Pentacles, I would definitely say try somebody more reputable within your community. See if maybe you can get your PCP to refer you to somebody.
Right. That's what I was thinking. And the other thing is I'm trying to do some creative project, but on a different subject, I was using a program, but they introduced AI, and it really, people's artwork was being stolen. I had some artwork on there, so I don't use them anymore. And that was kind of crushing because that was my outlet while I'm waiting for disability to go through as quick as I can. That was kind of my outlet to deal with the people in the house.
Was your artwork and everything and just creating stuff?
Just creating stuff. I did 3D art, and the program I was using, they introduced AI, and some other people's artwork is being stolen, and it really just demoralized me. I didn't want to use their program anymore after that because I put work, time, and energy into that, and I don't want anybody else stealing my artwork.
No, because that's not okay. If you could get another program or maybe see what other people might be using instead of that program due to that issue, I would definitely check out that outlook. I mean, don't let the technology like block you from doing things that make you happy. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's a positive outlet, which it is, and it's something that could be useful in the future as like a side hustle and everything, and you really enjoy it. Like I can see the passion and everything that you have for it. It's just one of those things. It's like don't let the sellouts stop you from just like being successful and being happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I am looking to physical media besides the digital stuff on the computer to do. So I'm looking for alternatives. If I don't find a program that really calls to me, that really I get.
Yeah, I was going to say, listen to your intuition, and you'll know when you find it because it'll just click with you. Like you won't have to second guess your thought process for it. But I definitely wouldn't don't let it get you down. I mean, I know that AI is really detrimental to a lot of digital artists and a lot of creators out there because I know it has affected it definitely has affected friends of mine. However, it doesn't take away from the originality of it being made by a real person and having that love and effort put into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't believe in typing in a prompt saying create a duck and it does it for you automatically. It's good to learn how to make the shape and how it forms and the colors and what makes you happy. I don't want to type into a computer and say, computer, create this. It's like,
No,
It
no.
takes the fun out of it, the creativity part of it.
Yeah, so you don't want that automated system. You want something that allows you to still be creative, like you said. And it's just, it's like, I don't want to call it writer's block, but it's like a indirect writer's block. It's not really coming from you that
Yeah.
you're feeling that blocked out right now. It's coming from just the software in general. So we're
It
gonna,
is.
like, we got to explore other options, talk to other people, and just like get your energy back up on a level to where it doesn't feel like everything is holding you back or like things just keep going wrong. Because right now, with everything that you got going on around you, energy wise, the key is to just stay as optimistic as possible and to just allow yourself to just jump over that hurdles that life keeps throwing at you. Yeah, you might have to find new software and everything, but who knows? It might be easier. It might come to you easy. It might come to you faster once you just allow yourself to be open to receiving those new opportunities and not letting like third party influences and other people's opinions block you out,
No, and I'm trying not to do that. I bought some air dry clay months and months ago. I was going to play around with it. I kind of put it off, and then after the whole 3D stealing thing, I keep playing with it. Like I keep going back and forth between that, and I've seen some of the programs that have caught my interest, but I haven't. It's like having multiple choices, and I'm trying to focus down to one or two things.
Well, I
And
keep
plus,
hearing that let yourself go back to that clay that you were just talking about, because you're going to receive a lot of clarity just by playing, like just by being creative with that for just fun, for something meditative to do. You know what I'm saying? Let your creativity flow through your hands, through that clay. And while you're doing that, like, since creating things is meditative to you, that's where you're going to receive those messages. So as soon, we got 60 seconds left, but as soon as you get out of that headspace.
Yeah. I just saying the clay is, I feel like I'm being pulled towards it.
Oh, you most definitely are. And Spirit was real fast to tell me to tell you to go. Just explore that creative part of yourself for fun, as something to do to bring you clarity and to get you just to come back to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm just dealing with a lot because, real quick, I know the time's ending here. I am the only one in this house out of the four of us that, one, has experienced seeing lights, has experienced voices talking to me, and I know it's not my imagination running wild. I have pretty good imagination for being born in December.
Yeah. There's definitely an entity in the house, as you probably known, but however, you have that creative mind. So that's why you can pick up on it, because I feel like the other people were very blocked out. And we're coming to a close right now.
truth teller who reminds us what we've forgotten. Christina Elliott isn't just another psychic. She's the woman redefining awakening itself. Through her show, Instinct Reclaimed, Sanctuary Sessions, broadcasting live Thursdays at 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 U.S. Eastern Time on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. She takes you beyond prediction into transformation. This is where illusion ends, where instinct rises, and where your soul remembers its unique power. Visit ChristinaElliott.org. Because you weren't born to survive the story, you were born to rewrite it.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Instinct Reclaim Sanctuary Sessions with Christina Elliott. Live from ChristinaElliott.org. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Instinct Reclaim on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hey everyone, happy Friday Eve. To all of my beautiful listeners, I am so happy you joined me again this evening. Before we get started with a caller, which I think maybe we won't. I forgot to confirm with the producer if we're getting a caller tonight, so I guess we'll play that by ear. But what I first want to do, I'm having such a beautiful week and I want to share my joy with everyone. So for anyone who is watching or listening or watching the repeat, I am going to offer the first 10 people to reach out to me via my website, ChristinaElliott.org, or on my Facebook page, Christina Elliott Psychic Medium. I will offer the first free I can't talk today. I will offer the first 10 people to reach out to me. I bet you didn't guess it, something free, a free 15-minute reading. So anyone that's interested, just send me a Facebook message, or you can send me an email via my Facebook, or send me an email via my website. And yes, the first 10 people to request the free reading will receive one. So I will reach out to anyone that sends me a message through there. So let's get going. Before we take the caller, I want to move up the pyramid. We're moving up our survival pyramid. We've talked about what it's like to obey and perform for people. We've talked about what it's like to force ourselves to fit in for other people. And now we're going to talk about how we create expectations based on what other people want from us, or we create expectations for ourselves based on what we feel other people might want from us. And quick tell them we're ready with our caller. If anyone wants to read your comment in the reading, where are you creating expectations for yourself based on what other people want from you? And if you're creating those, are they true for you? If they're not, you want to think about how to revamp your life a little bit, because the more we obey and perform, the more we force ourselves to fit in. And now the more we force ourselves to create a persona based on other people's expectations of us, we get sad and sad because we're not speaking to our soul in the way it wanted us to when we decided to come forth in this human world. But enough of that. Let's see. We have a caller. We have Catherine in Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. Catherine, are you there?
Hi.
Hi, Catherine. How are you today?
I'm great.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
What would you like guidance on tonight or today?
Just life in general, I guess, I think.
Lots in general. Do you have let me quick ground and connect to you, and we'll see what spirit comes up with, and if you want to move forward in that. If not, we can ask him to talk about something else. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. Are you currently working full time, Catherine?
No.
Do you work at all, or are you stay at home?
I have just starting a new job next week.
Oh, you start a new job next week. Okay, that explains why the career came in. Sorry about that. Sometimes I have to go vague instead of being so specific. Do you have questions around that new job that you've kind of been wondering about, or do you want me to keep telling you what spirit wants you to hear? Keep going? All right, one moment. First of all, they're telling me you're pretty excited about this newer opportunity. Have you been looking for a job like this or a path forward that you kind of had this idea in mind prior to?
Yes.
Yeah, they're saying that this is a really good endeavor for you. Number one, you're expecting it will create more joy for you, at least in your work life, and it will do that for you. You want to pay attention to your own emotions with each day that you go in there, or if you're lucky enough to work from home. But every time you're working, pay attention to your emotions and try to balance those according to what your soul and your heart want for you. Right before we took you as a caller, we were talking about, creating expectations based on what other people want from us. And as adults in the working world, that is extremely common. We find that happens to us more often than not, where we are adjusting our personalities to meet the needs of other people. No. Focus on your own emotional gauges, because what happens when we're doing that, and this is very common when we go to work for other people or even when we work for ourselves, you have to pay attention to your emotions, because if we're not paying attention to what pleases us versus what we dislike, that's when we start putting on these masks for other people and start becoming unhappy and unsatisfied in our working lives. Do you have specific questions around that at all?
No, but I have a question about a new move that we've just recently done as well.
Okay, was it your home? You moved into a new home?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a general question, or do you have specific questions you want to ask about it?
I have a question. Am I going to own my own home?
Let's see.
In the place where we're living.
In the place you're living now?
Around, yeah.
Okay, in that area. Got it. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
First thing Spirit did say to me is you are more than ready to purchase your own home, but you have to set that as a goal and make that your priority. I'm not too familiar with the real estate and how it works in Australia. I imagine it's not too drastically different than it is here in the States, but they're showing me that it will take a little extra determination on your part to make it work. They're showing me that you might have to, what's the right word here for the emotion they're giving me? It's almost as if you might need to cut corners in some areas of your personal life, and they're showing me your kitchen. I don't know why. Are you like really into cooking, or you don't cook and you hate going? Which one is it? You don't like to cook?
We're right into cooking. We're really into cooking.
Oh, you are? Okay. So do you really cook a lot of like elaborate dishes?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. Okay. So what they're saying, I feel like what they're trying to tell me is as you continue to cook and spend time in your kitchen, make it joyful. The more joyful you can be doing the things that you love, that's when the things that you want come to you easier. So manifest that house.
Yeah.
And really the main thing to do, I think with the cutting corners, is with the elaborate meals, if maybe you scale that back to less frequently, if it's impacting your finances in terms of being able to save for a home. And definitely,
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and definitely keep an open mind to how that home is going to find you. Because if you plan it out to the finite details, that's when the universe is kind of like, whoa, that's a lot. That's going to take a lot longer.
Yeah.
So just go general, and just you can either write it down or speak it out whenever you think of it. If you've ever heard of a love list, I always recommend people do this, not only when they're looking for, a romantic relationship, but also when you want anything in your life. I did this. I wrote a love list before I bought my home, and just start the list or say it out loud. Tell the universe every time you think of something you want. You've already narrowed down the area you want to live in. Let them know if it's a 3-bedroom house you want, if you want it to be, 1 level versus 2 or 3. Get real detailed about the kind of home you're living in. And the second thing I would recommend is if you have the space and the energy level, because I don't always have the energy level for things, but if you have the space or the energy level to start packing some of the things you don't use on a regular basis, or when you get closer to knowing you're getting ready to move, you start looking at real estate, things like that. Start packing things you're not using on a day-to-day basis, like holiday things or seasonal things, stuff like that. And that tells the universe, hey, she's ready to move. Let's see what I can get for her. And just keep adding to that love list for your dream home. We have 2 minutes left. Is there anything else you'd like me to answer for you?
I just want to ask, any of my family are coming through?
Oh, sure. One moment. Is there anyone, if you give me one name of someone, that tends to move a little quicker for me. What's the first name of someone?
Faye.
Faye?
Faye.
I'm getting a maternal energy. She's either your grandmother or your mother?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
My mom.
Okay. She is your mother, you said?
Yeah.
Did you lose her when you were relatively young?
No.
Whether in
Recently.
childhood or young adult? Okay, it was recently. That's what okay. She is coming through, and hold on one moment. She's got this big, bright smile and open arms. I don't know if she was really into hugging or not, but she certainly is now. And she's so happy that you came through. And you mentioned it was recent, and I am so sorry for your loss. But she's here. She's with you. She follows you around the house because she's aware of your sadness. So when you're sad, note that that's when she's around you the most, but she's trying to cheer you up. And kind of, have you been thinking recently since her passing of joyful moments the two of you shared throughout your lifetime? And then they kind of make you a little weepy? She's pointing out that that's kind of the moment where she's the closest to you, where she's the most present. We have about 30 seconds left. I hate cutting you off like this. But I want you to know, if you want to keep talking to your mom, feel free to reach out to me and we can finish this conversation free of charge. I want to make sure everybody gets a thorough reading. But
I'm just looking for my sister.
What was that?
I'm looking for my sister.
Oh, your sister? What's her first name?
Diane.
Diane, we are out of time. Reach out to me and I'll do a free reading for you and we can talk to your mom and your sister Diane a little bit more. Go to my website, ChristinaElliott.org, and reach out to me through there and I'll respond to you as soon as it comes. Well, not as soon as it comes through, but I'm pretty good about getting back to people within 24 hours.
Hello and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome wherever you're watching live on A1R Radio and Moonstruck TV, or if you're on catch up, where were you? So it's been a couple of weeks. I've been away. I've been all around the world urban monking, but now you can see I'm back in the monastery. So I want to start today with looking at, as my usual show, Mindfulness 101 and Why Thinking is Killing You. Let's start with a couple of quotes. So get your pen out and write this one down. Every day is a new life to a wise man or person. It's biblical, new man. But if you think you go to bed, you go to sleep, really, let's look at that as if we were dying. Okay, you go to bed, you die. You wake up in the morning, it's a whole new life. So let's get rid of what happened yesterday. Let's get rid of the things, the baggage that we're carrying from previous times, previous lives, previous moments, previous experiences, and put them to one side and start afresh. And there's a couple of other things, and I've been thinking about this while I've been away doing my trip and my counselling and my journey around the UK. Hurt people hurt people. Okay, it's very important. So when you come into conflict with someone else that doesn't necessarily buy into the way you think or the way you are, and starts to confront when you say something or do something that they don't appreciate or they don't like, just realize and remember they're angry at themselves, not at you. People don't do things to you, they do things for themselves. And it's just very important that we remember that if we're going to be living in the moment and being present, living now, nowism is where it's at. You've got to remember that whoever confronts you, or whoever's angry or bowls you out for whatever reason, it's not a personal thing. It's not for you to take into your heart, to carry that baggage around. It's something that they're struggling with, something that's triggered them. Maybe it's your behavior that's made them think about something that happened in the past. And interestingly, just recently, a very, very good friend of mine moved away some time ago and things didn't quite work out. And guess what? His partner blamed him. You took me away. I could have done this. I should have done that. I followed you and you wanted me to do this, but I could have done all those other things and I'm missing out on family and friends. And he rang me and we spoke for quite some time. And I said to him, hurt people, you know, and people don't do things to you. They do them for themselves. And it's very important. Write it down. It's something that we need to look at and focus on and be conscious of every single day. She was upset. She was annoyed. And she took it out on the one person that she realized that she could vent her frustrations at, shall we say. And that's something that's typical of people in the modern world, you know. While I've been away, I've done a lot of counselling and people have got all this kind of baggage and these bags of boulders that they're carrying with them. And there was a story that I tell people when I do my public speaking. You've probably all heard it. And for those of you watching or on catch up, you may not have. But if you have, I'll repeat it. If you haven't, it's going to be something that's very interesting for you. 2 Chinese monks, Indian monks, whatever you want to say, 2 people walking across the desert, and they come across a small child by the river wanting to get across. Can you take me across the river? Can you help me get across to the other side? So one of the people, the monks, the Chinese, the Indian, whatever you want to say, picks her up and carries her across. 5 hours later, the second person that was with the first monk, if you like, why did you pick that girl up? we're not supposed to engage. We're not supposed to speak to people. We've taken a vow of silence. We should be carrying on and not engaging with these people. And monk number 1 said, I put her down 5 hours ago. So let that sink in. It's quite simple. Monk 2 was carrying that thought of what monk 1 had done that was wrong, or in his mind, incorrect. For 5 hours, he was chewing that over in his mind. Why did he do this? Kind of letting it eat into his soul, or eat into his presence, where monk 1 had completed his journey, put the girl down, she went on her way, and he carried on and forgot about it. So that's about being present, and hurt people. If you've got somebody in your life that's having a go, or being rambunctious, or aggressive, or doesn't want to buy into what you want to do in terms of spirituality, just understand they can't help themselves. And part of my book, The Death of a Narcissist and the Best Yorkshire Puddings in the World, available on Amazon. Get it. If you haven't got it, why not? I talk about my father, and he was a very, very angry, aggressive, violent person, and he shaped the way I am via a lot of pain and anguish and turmoil. And there was a time that I could never think about forgiving him or understanding where he was coming from, but he was carrying the pain of the way he was brought up. He was carrying the pain of the way his parents were. They were very kind of cold and aloof. But my other grandparents were very warm and understanding. I didn't know my maternal grandfather. He's with me right now, but I never got to meet him. He died before I was born. But my maternal grandmother was lovely. She was very caring and very kind and very compassionate. My father's mother and father were very cold and aloof and aggressive. And I could see where he got that from, having been brought up in that kind of environment. He thought that that was the right way to be. That's how he thought it was normal, shall we say, for want of a better word. He thought that was normal. And he grew up that way, and he treated us that way. He treated us the way his mother and father had treated him. And there comes a point where you have to break that cycle, because he was carrying on with the pain from his childhood. Now, I've, from my road trip and my epiphany, realized that we can't carry those bags. We can't carry that baggage. We can't carry those traumas and anxieties or anxiousness from a previous time that we had no control over. We have to make a decision to be present and allow those things to wash over us. So if someone confronts you, someone has a problem in a relationship, your partner, your parents, your children, if they come across with that kind of, I want to do this and I'm going to do this no matter what, just understand that they're in a place that they can't really help that. They need guidance. They're carrying that baggage, the fear of tomorrow being as bad as yesterday. We hang on to the past. That causes depression. We worry about the future. That brings on the anxiety. We panic that tomorrow is going to be as bad as yesterday. And I've said this many times on the show, and I'll keep saying it. That's gone. That's not happened. We need to just focus on being present, focus on the now, focus on the moment. So my friend, he got over the trials and tribulations after a few urban words and a bit of nowism, and understood that he had to empathize with his partner and understand that where she was coming from was a place of fear, a place of anxiety, a place of not really understanding. Oh, my timing's gone now. I've no idea how I've got left. I'll have to wait for Dave. 5 minutes. Thanks, Dave. Because my clock, never mind. Anyway, why worry? If I finish, I finish. If I don't. I'm in the moment. I'm being present. Dave will tell me. And if I run over, I'm absolutely certain he'll kick me off. So going back to what I was saying, he was upset and the relationship almost came to an end because he reacted to the way she attacked him. There was two chimps fighting each other, and only one is going to end up winning. And I've said before, if there's a winner, there's got to be a loser. So we don't want to be looking towards losing. And again, not to repeat myself, but if you were two ducks in the river, or the lion hunted the gazelle, they have that fracas, bit of a flurry, then it's forgotten. The ducks sail away. The gazelle that didn't get eaten just carries on eating the grass. The lion thinks, oh, well, never mind, and walks away. As humans, we grab onto that. We keep hold of that. Oh, I'm not letting her talk to me like this. I'm not letting him talk to me like that. I've given up my life for this. I've given up my life for that. She was hurt. She was upset. And she was trying to get him to understand, but in a kind of chimpish sort of way. So what he had to do was acknowledge that hurt people. Okay? Hurt people. So when someone's trying to hurt you or you're feeling hurt, understand that it's coming from a place that they can't control. So you need to empathize, to open your arms, to love them, to acknowledge them, and understand that at that point, they're not enlightened enough to be able to realize that it's not really them that's angry. It's the historical past, the evidence, the things that have brought them to that place that they bunch up together and use as a kind of barrier to get some kind of semblance of hope or satisfaction. Don't take it personally. Hurt people. And I'll finish off because Dave's waving at me frantically. Hurt people. But remember, every day is a new life to a wise person. And with that, I'll bid you farewell. It's great to be back. I'll see you again next week. Look out for me on Urban Monk UK at Facebook and urbanmonkuk@gmail.com, and Long Road to Richmond is still around, and look for Amazon, The Death of a Narcissist, and the best Yorkshire puddings in the world. And I'll see you all next week.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for the Psychic Psych with Jax Potter. Jax Potter. Live from the psychicpsych.com.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Psychic Site on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome to the Psychic Psych. I'm Jax Potter. I am a trauma therapist, a psychic medium, and I work with people all over the world on supporting change, growth, connecting with your spirit team, figuring out what on earth is happening in your life, where you're headed, and what you want to come up, and how to support you in moving forward. So today I'm going to take some calls. Before we take some calls, I'm going to tap in for a little collective message, a little collective reading, see what's going on for all of us at this time. I know there are a lot of people absolutely exhausted. End of the year, this year has not been what many people expected it to be. A lot of goals that you might have set, a lot of conversations that you might have hoped for, a lot of things that you may have been hoping for haven't happened. So let's look into that and see what on earth's going on, why they haven't happened. There is always a reason for these things. If it's not rejection, it is not that you have necessarily done anything wrong. It's often a redirection or a let the universe shuffle the pieces into place before you have those conversations or before you move into new chapters of your life. So if you're feeling restless, if you are feeling like things aren't happening in the time that you're wanting them to happen, aren't happening in the enthusiastic way that you're wanting them to happen, give it time, give it space, let the universe do their thing. You're being asked to also work with others. So work with the divine, work with your spirit team, work with your own channel messages that you're getting, work with rather than against. And what they mean by work with rather than against is if you are exhausted and if you are frustrated and if nothing seems to be panning out the way that you're hoping it's going to pan out, and if nothing seems, asked to work with that energy rather than fighting against it. I think I might have dropped out for a little bit there, but if you're being asked to work with the energy that's presented to you, so if people are quietening you down, if people are walking away from conversations you're hoping to happen, if no one's responding to you, if doors seem to be shut or not quite opening properly, don't force that. Work with that. It means that it is not the right timing, or it means that there's something else coming in. So stop working against what's being presented to you and start working with what's being presented. No surprises here. I've pulled the new beginnings card. So there are new beginnings coming behind these doors that you are trying to push. You're not going to get the kickstart that you want. You're not going to get the new beginning that you want. You're not going to have the conversations that you're wanting to have if you are pushing it or creating resistance. Allow the timing, allow the space, allow it to unfold as it's going to happen. Okay, Vanessa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good, thank you. Do you have specific questions that you'd like to ask?
Not really. I'm just interested in a reading, just on a new path, July, I guess, and I'm just feeling like a lot of my relationships are changing and feeling a little bit lost with that. So I don't really have a specific question, but yeah.
Okay, beautiful. The spirit realm love when we can just connect, when we're open to connecting into whatever's coming through. So did you just hear a little bit of what I was just talking about, of things not kind of being the way that we'd imagine them to be by this time of the year, and those conversations aren't happening, or those connections aren't happening the way that we wanted? So you're very much being asked not to push the timing of anything, not to force connections or force communication is what I'm hearing for you. Don't force connections or communication. This doesn't mean that they're not going to work. It doesn't mean that it's not happening for you. It's all around for you, is all around timing and all around, I keep hearing the right people at the right place at the right time. So let the spirit realm take care of the timing and the place and all of that sort of thing. You're being asked to focus at the moment and for the next 3 months. So what are we in November, December, January? So from between now and February, you're being asked to really put your attention into your physical self. So working out what your body's craving more of, more hydration, more walking, especially in the evenings for you, more, what is your body craving? What have you noticed that your body's craving this year that's different to what you normally do?
I think movement and just speaking more. I think I've been quiet a lot, and I just feel like I need to open up and speak more, move more. Nature is very attractive. I'm very attracted to nature right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You've nailed it with all of that. So when we come to the speaking, speak up when it's coming from, oh, I've got this beautiful wisdom, I've got things to share, I want to share my wisdom and I want to share my knowledge. You're being asked to just, when it's coming, because we all do this, when it's coming from a place of, I just want the answers and I want to have a conversation with you and I want you to tell me what you're thinking and that kind of thing, that's not when you need to speak up. They're the connections that I was talking about and the situations where you just got to allow them to unfold in the right time. But absolutely, when it's those times where you know you've got really great insights into things that other people miss. So you've had this your whole life, they're saying, where you where you notice things that other people might miss. You know, you might be in a situation and you're like, oh, that couple could really do with this, or I really noticed this person would be amazing in this job. So you've got beautiful insight into things that other people don't necessarily have that same insight. So this is where you're being asked to speak up more, share those insights more. If you know that some clothes will look amazing on someone, or if you know that a job will be incredible for someone, or if you know that someone's not using their talents to their full capacity, definitely share that, because that's part of what you're here for. That's actually part of your soul purpose, is to share those insights that you have about other people. And when you do it with love, and when you do it with that beautiful, let me share something that's going to change your life in a great way, that's going to actually be life-changing for you. So the things that you're waiting to pan out differently and the things that you kind of hoped would be different by now are changing. They're just not changing on your timelines. So if you're focusing on more hydration, more time in nature, and sharing the insights that you get, you're going to find that those doors start opening and everything starts feeling a little bit different. I'm being shown like murky water, muddy water, which is my sign for waiting for clarity on a lot of things. And that clarity comes January, February for you, of the things you're just not 100% sure of or what you should do about them. You're going to have more clarity coming in January, February. Then from February onwards for you next year, please put down any guardedness, put down the shield, put down any, if you're worried about how someone's come at you and have a conversation, if you're worried about how things are going to go, put down that guardedness, put down any worries about how things might work out, and just let people tell you how they're feeling, let people offer you opportunities, get rid of your guards, because the less guarded you are from February onwards, it's so beautiful, and it's actually bringing in more money. So are you expecting more money to be coming in next year?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, what's that?
Are you expecting more money to be coming in next year?
No, I'm not. Actually, I'm not.
That's amazing, because you've got more coming in. So that's even better when you're not expecting it. So from February onwards next year, the more you can keep your guards down from people, just let things happen as they're meant to, let people talk to you, find out what's going on for other people. Don't come into any situation with any guardedness. From February on next year, it's going to create new opportunities for you, and you've actually got more money coming in that's connected to you, because you'll do this work now for the next couple of months on paying attention to what your body needs, speaking your mind and sharing your insights, and then keeping your guards down is going to lead you to far, far more more abundance. So abundance in this situation does mean a little bit more money, but it also means more opportunities to really connect with like-minded people. So what connections with other spiritual people do you have? Do you have like a bit of a community around you, or are you trying to find those connections?
I'm actually looking for that. I am trying to find community, and I'm exploring different things right now to try to find those people.
Perfect. I'm being shown you sitting in a circle, which is just that symbol for like you sitting with other spiritual people and community. And I couldn't figure out whether you're already doing that or whether you're finding it. So you will find those people. That's why this is so important, this period of time now, to focus on what your body needs, what you need, speaking your truth. You will notice that you will find those people. You've got in particular two girlfriends coming, two close female friendships coming, and these women are really soul-led, they're really generous, they're really kind, and they're also going to help you see how strong your own wisdom and insights is. Like one of your own psychic gifts is being able to tell what is best for people, to be able to be like, oh, I know what career they need, I know what feels good for them, I know even down to what food is nourishing for people. You have this gift of being able to tell that. Mm-hmm. And these new soul connections that are coming in particular, these two female friends, are actually going to kind of shine a light on you and be like, wow, you're really great at this. And that's going to be amazing for you too. So your soul connections are coming.
Okay.
Can I ask a little bit? Can I ask one more question? Is that okay? Can I ask about where you guard your heart sometimes? I can feel that you've done a little bit of work around guarding your heart and your, not getting hurt and guarding your privacy. What's helped with that? What's helped you with that in the past when you've kind of worked on not having to guard your heart, being, allowing people in a little bit more and not being so guarded with your heart? What's helped you with that in the past?
I think it's just being able to trust a person. I need to be able to feel that. So I think I do take time to feel into it. And just, I have to know that the person sees me and is safe. I'm not sure how to explain how I do that, but I do.
It's that energetic feeling. Yeah, no, you don't. No, you're absolutely right. It's the energetic feeling into people and observing how you feel in their energy and how their energy feels, and if their energy is consistent and all of that sort of thing. So the more you take care, the way you've noticed you've been needing to move a little bit more, the more you pay attention to your physical body, the easier it becomes for you to tap into that feeling and that knowing who's safe and who's not safe and who's aligned and who's not aligned and who you want to spend time with. That's why it sounds like something so trivial to be paying attention and just hydrating more, resting more when you need it, exercising more when you need it. But it's really, really important because we are mind, body, and soul. And for you to connect into that knowing that you have and that intuition about people's safety and alignment, you've got to be really in touch with your own body as well. So you're doing that now. And from February onwards next year, it's so much more abundance with you, which I'm so happy for. You really deserve this. It's been a hard slog for a couple of years now.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
All right. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. All right, my loves. I'm so not surprised that call was about what I was talking about earlier around we're all feeling these shifts of things changing, and it's not just because it's the end of the year and we anticipate that next year will be different. There genuinely is so much changing for so many of us where things have looked different than what we were expecting them to look, or people have behaved differently than what we're anticipating. And as I'm talking, what I'm being asked is if you are feeling very, very teary and very overwhelmed at the moment, that is a really big indication that you need to be writing some things down and really sitting with that heaviness and that sadness at the moment. Do not bypass it. Don't try and, I'm just tired, it's fine. You're really being asked to actually sit in the discomfort, sit in that heaviness and that sadness, because it's trying to tell you something so right for it. Okay, Annette, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Hi. What were you wanting to talk about today?
Whatever I need to know.
Okay, beautiful. You're open to all of it. I love that. Feel free to ask me questions along the way. The first thing your team want to say is, what are you missing out on because you're busy taking care of other people?
Oh, okay.
What is it? What's something that you? Yes, I'm maybe next year I'll look at doing that. I'll look at doing that. But you've been really focused on everyone else's well-being.
I need to focus more on myself.
Oh, absolutely. It was the first thing that came up, but they're actually talking about a specific, whether it's a hobby or whether it's a business idea or a pursuit. Getting the word pursuit. So it's a pursuit of yours that has been rolling around in the back of your head of, oh, I'd love to do that, or one day maybe, or maybe I could talk to someone about how they do that. And because this is something you've done your whole life, you always spend all of your energy and your time making sure everyone else is okay, checking on everyone else's needs, that you've gotten so used to prioritizing that you keep, every time your needs or something you're excited about or something that you want to do that's going to actually advance you, elevate you, bring you more happiness, make your life more peaceful, every time that comes up, it kind of gets pushed to the back of the pile because everyone else's stuff comes first.
Yes.
When you were younger, when you would do things for other people when you were younger, they're asking me what was the result. So say you weren't feeling great, but you noticed that your family needed something, so you went and took care of things around the house, or you went and did things. What was the result when you did that for other people?
Feeling worse myself.
That's exactly, I knew that was going to be the response. That's exactly what they're trying to show you, that it's been a pattern for such a long time of yours to try and do everything for everyone else and prioritize everything else. And it's because you're beautiful and thoughtful, but it's really imbalanced. And I say this with love. It's never felt great because it's never been reciprocated. No one else has ever prioritized your needs because you're in this lifetime being asked to really focus on your own needs yourself. So that's why it's never felt great. That's why no one's kind of ever given as much to you as you give to other people, because the sole lesson that you chose in this lifetime is to not overextend. That's what the spirit realm call it, this overextension. When we overextend our own energy, when we overextend our own time, when we spend too much time trying to make it okay for everyone else and we're neglecting our own needs, it becomes very, very imbalanced. And that's what's happened for you. And it's almost, they want you to take it to the extreme where it's almost going to feel really selfish, like all you're doing is taking care of yourself. If it feels like let's go into the new year with you being so absorbed in what you need and what you want, to the point where it's going to feel selfish. If it feels selfish, it means you're doing it perfectly. The reason it will feel selfish is because you've spent your whole life not prioritizing your own needs, that it's just going to feel different. It doesn't mean that you are being selfish. It's just going to feel it because you're not used to it.
Okay, that's totally good.
What's something that you can start with that isn't going to feel too overwhelming? Like, can you turn your phone off for an hour a day, or can you go and take up a new hobby, or what's something that you could start with just to start this off really small for you?
Like what I could start with to start this, or
yeah.
I mean, maybe I can work on beautifying myself or something.
Yeah, how does that feel? What feels good to you? So I'm not surprised that this is your response, because you're so not used to even thinking about what you need that you're a bit stuck. When I say, how do you want to stay taking care of yourself? You can't think of anything because But when you think about other people, you can think of it really easily. And that's never going to change. You're always going to be someone who's really thoughtful and really considerate. It's not a bad thing. It's just that you need more of the self-care and the self-nourishment. So that self-care and self-nourishment, yes, it absolutely is all the external stuff as well. So taking care of how we look, taking care of our body, but it's also all of the things like I need to put my phone on silent sometimes because I just need to not talk to anyone, or I need to go and eat my favorite ice cream and watch a movie, or I need to really start journaling about things that I'm feeling, or I need to see a therapist about things that have been weighing heavily on my heart. That's all self-care as well. So I would love for you to be starting to do all of those kind of things. I don't want you feeling overwhelmed with it. You can just start with, if you want to do the simple beautifying things, one or two little, grab some makeup that you love or give yourself an at-home facial or something. But it's really, really important that you start tipping the scales back into balance, because the scales in your life are so focused on everyone else. And the universe isn't able to step in and support us when we're not taking care of ourselves, because what we're doing is we're indicating to the universe, no, I'm not going to look after this body that you gave me. I'm not going to look after my health. I'm not going to look after my mental health. I'm just going to make sure everyone else is okay. So then the universe can't come in and give us signs and ideas of what's going to help us even more. And they're trying to get in there and support you. So you will still be loving to other people. You'll still be incredibly supportive. That's not going to change, but you definitely need to be doing it much more for yourself.
Okay, I will definitely start on that.
The card that I've just pulled is study and learning. And this doesn't have to mean actual study unless there's something you're interested in. This can also mean just learning new things, like learning new ways to do your hair, or learning a new language, or just learning about penguins if you're interested in penguins. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, but you're being asked to bring in new learning into your life. So has there been something that you've wanted to know more about, whether that's, beautifying yourself, or whether that's some other topic that you're really interested in?
Yes, there has been.
Okay, what are you looking at?
Well, I've been looking into a new career, to go into a new career, but I need to go back and go back to school.
Okay, so it's literal learning. That's the card's actually about learning. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so when I first said to you, what's the thing that you've been holding yourself back on because you're taking care of everyone else? This is it. This is the thing. So what's the fear about going back to school and doing this?
I just feel like, well, I mean, I'm not too old, obviously, but I mean, it's a really big change. Like you said, I don't know. I can't imagine myself back out in the workforce full time. I guess
I need to be doing it full time.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. When you were saying full time, I was saying you don't have to go and do this full time. It doesn't have to. What this can be is something that you can study and get back out into, but you can use it in your own direction and your own path. You don't have to. They're saying stop thinking of it how everyone else does it. Modify it to suit your life. You are craving this change. It was the first thing that I picked up on as soon as we started talking. You are craving feeling great about yourself, having this new knowledge, being passionate and being excited. It's been a really long time since you felt like you're doing something just for you, that you're super excited about, that's going to feel really fulfilling. You absolutely deserve to do this. Yes, it is a big life change. And yes, I can feel that you're a little nervous about that big life change, that you absolutely don't need to be. I promise you, as someone who flipped their entire life at 41, I literally completely changed careers. I did everything. I flipped my whole life at 41. And it is now so much more fulfilling and passionate and exciting than what it ever was. And I'm sharing that because they're showing me the same thing for you. If you just take that breath and take that leap into the unknown and this whole new life, it's going to, as soon as I've started feeling into this for you, it changes every other area of your life as well, because that bravery that it takes you to go back to school, that bravery that it takes you to get back into the workplace and to be doing things differently is not only going to be amazing for your confidence with work, but it's going to help you meet new people. It's going to help you feel empowered in other areas of your life. It means that you get to, the way they're showing me is create your life in the way that you want to live it now. So it feels like it's always been kind of, you've done steps in the way to make sure everyone else is okay. And this is very much like, now I'm going to do it how I want to do it, even tailoring this career to how you want to do it. This is such a big yes to this. It's just going to take a lot of bravery and some deep breaths for you to do it, but it's such a strong yes for you to be doing this.
Yes. Whenever I think about it, it brings a lot of anxiety to me.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's going to take some big breaths. So whether you work with myself, I work with people all over the world, or whether you find someone else who can support you, definitely look into getting some support, whether that's a friend, a therapist, myself, finding someone who can support you in working through that anxiety, because I was terrified when I changed my life. And even as I still expand my business and do new things, that anxiety comes up, but you learn how to recognize when those feelings in your body are true anxiety or whether they're just the unknown and working through the unknown and the scary things. But actually, it's also really, really exciting. And when you learn how to do that, that's when you know when it's guided by the universe and you're able to go, oh, hang on, even though I'm excited, this is actually a definite strong yes to me. I really do want to do this. So that's where you're being asked to get some support during those moments of anxiety, or just working with a mentor or someone who can help you recognize that you are so capable of doing this. It's don't let the anxiety hold you back, because part of the anxiety they're showing me is actually just nervousness about the unknown. It's not anxiety that you can't do it, because you absolutely can do this. They're so strong on this. Like, this isn't just a maybe this would work. This is such a strong, you are absolutely capable of doing this. You are definitely good to go here. Just don't let that anxiety and that habit of putting everyone else's priority stop you from doing something that would be really amazing for you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You've got this. You really do. You really do. Go and do some journaling. That's going to help you a lot as well.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so we are nearly at the end of a show. I am all over the internet, the Psychic Psych, Jax Potter. I work with people all over the world, and I'm really excited for what's coming next year for people. And I love being able to mentor people around exactly what I was just talking about there, around the fears and the things that we can feel so excited for. Sometimes I sit there for years where we're like, that would be amazing to do that, but I'm too anxious, or I've got too many responsibilities, or I've got too many other things. And we tend to hold ourselves back so often because all of those limiting beliefs and those subconscious ideas that we've held on for so long get louder than the actual passion and the intuition and the instinct that what we have to come is so much better and so much more exciting. So thank you all for an incredible show, and I will see you all next week.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Tales from the Other Side with Chris Clardy. Live from Terrell and LenormandByChris.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Tales from the Other Side on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tales from the Other Side with Chris Clardy. I hope you all are having a wonderful evening, and it's winding down to Thanksgiving, so I hope you all are getting ready for that too. So I thought I would talk a little bit tonight about one of those other questions that I get asked kind of frequently is, do our pets come back to us? And the answer is yes, they do. We who are animal lovers and have pets with us consistently throughout our lives do have pets that spend multiple times with us. And many times when they do come back and spend some more time with us, they'll take a break for a little bit, and they will hang out with us in spirit and check in with us. And when the timing is just right, they will come back to us. And a lot of the times their personalities there's essence of them, and we can make that connection, and we see these behaviors and these subtle nuances that remind us of a pet that we've lost. But a lot of times the personalities are a little, they award us, I should say, a different type of challenge. So something that you need to learn a lesson on the next time around is usually what ends up happening. So it looks like we have a caller, and we've got Kelly from Covington, Virginia. And Kelly, what can I help you with tonight?
Yes, ma'am. Hi.
Hi.
I'm still looking for my. I'm currently still looking for my kitty Shadow.
Oh. You're how long has your kitty been missing?
Since September 19th.
Okay. Are you the lady that called in a couple weeks ago?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, Shadow hasn't come home yet. Oh, goodness. So let me try to tune back into this energy again.
Okay, thank you.
I'm still feeling like Shadow is still with us. I'm getting a sense of being in an enclosure. If you have not checked a little further out of your neighborhood range at shelters, I would do that. I'm seeing it looks kind of like an enclosure that you would see in a vet's office.
Okay.
It looks like that kind of stainless steel looking, like very clean, sterile environment. I'm feeling like maybe call some veterinary clinics in your area and the surrounding area, and check in with these vet clinics. because I'm feeling like that would be a good direction to look. This is like I said, I feel like it's a very clean, sterile area. I don't feel like this is in a like a foster home or a cat rescue home that's you know how some of these rescues people do them out of their homes and they have the cats, they'll have like a cattery that they've turned their garage into or whatnot. This feels more like a vet's office, or if it's a rescue, it's more of a bigger scale one, like the APL or something to that nature. And I would consider what area you're in Covington, Virginia. What's the
Yes,
next
ma'am.
largest city around you?
Okay, so, well, Roanoke is about an hour and a half away on my
Okay.
car.
Okay. To give me a little
The
perspective
next
of where you're.
biggest, all right, so if it went to the west, it would be Lewisburg, West Virginia.
Okay. All right. So you're down in that southern tip of Virginia.
Yes.
I would venture out probably at least a 20 to 30 mile radius from where you're at and start
Okay.
checking out vet. I would start with vet clinics first.
Okay.
And make sure that when you talk to these folks at these vet clinics, ask them for their email address and email them photos.
Okay. Yep. Definitely. Yeah.
And have them posted in those areas, because I could be getting this for one of two reasons. Either Shadow is at one of these locations, or a patron of one of these locations is coming in and out.
Okay.
So I would definitely send the photo. So yeah, because the last time going back to what I remember a little bit, and I don't hang on to this stuff for very long. So it's partially feeling back into that situation. And I was feeling like Shadow was through like on the other side of a tree line from you.
Right.
And I feel like on the other side of that tree line, something, this is kind of weird, but possibly a landscaping trailer, some kind of work trailer that I feel like he could have been hiding in, and that's what pulled him further away from the area.
Right. Okay.
So like a tree service, a landscaping company, somebody doing some home remodeling with one of those like enclosed box trailers.
Right.
Is what I'm feeling. So yeah, I would definitely do some more calling around. And from your location, oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I was just going to say, I definitely have been posting like all over Virginia as far as through Facebook, and like West Virginia, and I have called around to humane, several different humane, shelters.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you've got to just kind of stretch your reach just a little further than what you're looking right now. But I definitely still sense that he's with us still. I don't feel like
I do believe that too. Yeah. I definitely have felt that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a pretty good psychic sense myself.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm his mom, and I don't feel like he's gone either.
Right. You would definitely feel that energy and have a sense of, having that here or there. And usually when I can separate that feeling is, if I'm seeing something kind of in my mind's eye and it's like a vision I'm having, it is usually something that has crossed over. But if I'm feeling the vision that is on my outside, like I'm looking at it from my vantage point, then it's something that is here still. And I'm seeing this stuff from my vantage point versus flashes in my mind of him possibly being passed over. And I really don't feel that way. I agree with what you're feeling too. So just keep working on that. And I think you're gonna find them. And
I feel like that too. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's a roller. It's like going through a grieving process because you get so upset and you're trying to navigate these emotions, and then you start questioning if I'm hanging on to this and not facing the truth. But I don't think that's it at all with this case. I really feel like you're gonna find them. Yeah.
Can ask him one question? I feel like he can, but when I talk to him in my mind, does he ever hear me?
Yeah. Yes. So something good to do that will be a little easier for you is get a photo of him and get a photo of one where you can see his eyes really well, and reach out to him and feel like a heart connection. Feel like you have a silver cord going from your heart to his heart. And when you feel that connection, then start talking to him and ask him to give you those visions of where he is and how you can help him and help guide you to where he is at.
Yes,
and that'll help a lot.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I did try to, you said that I could, look you up, but I could not remember your last name.
Clardy.
Clardy. And how do you spell that, ma'am?
It's Clardy.
Okay.
And you can also look up my website, which is Tarot and Lenormand by Chris. But if you type my name in, medium Chris Clardy, it should come up for you in a Google search.
And is your first name K or C?
C, Chris.
C.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate you so much.
You're very welcome.
You do give me hope.
Yeah.
Thank you so
reach
much.
out. I would love to try to help you more.
Thank you. I do feel like we'll find him somehow. I do think so. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. God bless you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
That is just one of the scariest, frustrating, nerve-wracking things that can happen is when you lose your pets like that. And I think we all of us that have been through something like that, including myself, you get this feeling and knowing of what the status is with them. And when you've got that knowing of they're still with us, you just gotta keep pushing until you can bring them home. So I really hope this lady gets to bring her sweet kitty home. So thank you all for joining me tonight. And I will be at It's Your Journey in Huron on Saturday from noon to 5. And I will be at the Goddess Elite in North Olmsted, Ohio from 1 to 5 on Sunday. So if you're in the area, stop out and say hi, get a reading, or just come in and chat with me. I would love to see you and meet you in person. So have a wonderful rest of your week. I look forward to possibly seeing some of you all this weekend and catching up on some of these stories. I really appreciate you all.
to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Beyond the Veil with your medium, Shelley Shawnwall. Live from yourmedium.ca. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Beyond the Veil on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you are, and welcome to Beyond the Veil. I'm your host, Shelley Shawnwald, and I'm pleased to be here, and we'll be taking a caller in a moment to see what the spirit people have to say to their loved ones. Now, as you probably noticed, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, things are getting a little bit darker out there, a little bit more dreary, and you probably noticed that some people just aren't feeling so happy. And that's perfectly natural this time of year. As someone who works in the spiritualist church and as a minister as well, we do notice that this time of year can be very hard for those out there who have lost loved ones. And they're feeling a lot more alone because their loved ones aren't there to celebrate with them this year. Or, you know, they've lost them a while back and it's bringing back those memories, the times that they had together. So when you see people like that, you want to make sure that we're extra kind to them, you know? Extend a smile, a how are you, or whatever it may be, because it can be very difficult at this time of year for folks. And what I do notice in the spiritualist church and the movement as well is that we do see people coming in who are grieving, and it really brings that out. The holidays can be a joyous time for many, many people, and it can be a lot of fun, and you can have those happy memories. But when when it's fresh, when it's just hit, and people are still wondering what's happened to their loved ones. Where are they? Are they still with me? Of course, yeah, we know that they are. But it can be hard to feel that way when you're right in the thick of grief. So keep that in mind as you're going through the days and weeks to come. And now we are going to take a caller. We have Noelle in Prince Edward Island. So let's say hello to Noelle. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm good.
Okay. Have you had a reading before? I'm hearing a little bit of trepidation in your voice.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So there's something specific you'd like some help with tonight?
No, not really.
Okay. Now let me get a bead on your spirit people here. If I can continue to have your voice, and we can discuss what they want to tell you. Now.
Okay.
Good. Okay. So what the information that I'm getting from them, it's interesting because I'm feeling a little bit of uneasiness with you about something right now, Noelle.
Okay.
Is there a situation that you're kind of, I'm not going to say on the fence about, but there's something really on your mind?
Well, my health.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it feels, what I'm getting from you, the energy from you and what spirit is coming in and saying is that it is something that's giving you some sleepless nights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, because it's interesting when you called and I just got that feeling. There's worry going on with you, and it's almost like this is a multifaceted thing that's happening with you too, because it's like the health issue impacts other things in your life. It's not just the worry about the health. It's about how it's going to impact finance, how it's going to impact family, and things like that. Would that make sense to you, Noelle?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And this is would it make sense? I know I don't want to put words into your mouth, but this feels like a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, And what I'm getting from Spirit is they're talking about there's more testing or things coming along for you. Would that make sense? There's something that it almost seems like there's machinery in around you. It's medical machinery.
Maybe there is. I don't know.
Okay, because I'm seeing something to do with it's medical machinery. I don't know what it is. I can see it, and they're talking about that. There will be some digging into this for you. Now, would this also make sense to you that this has been going on for a while?
And a little while.
Yeah, what I'm getting from them is that have you pushed it to the back of your mind? Like, you know, I know this is a big deal for you, but it feels like for a while it was like, okay, somebody is pushing this like off. It's almost as though, how am I getting my words with this one? It's like they weren't taking it as seriously as you needed or wanted them to.
Okay.
And what I'm hearing is that there's going to be that time now where it's going to be dealt with and looked after. Now, I'm not getting anything about what this is, but what I'm also hearing, Noelle, is you're a lovely, quiet lady, and you don't stir the pot. Right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. And what I'm hearing is that with this, you're going to have to be your own advocate. You're going to have to say, hey, no, I'm not going to put up with this. I'm not going to take this. We need to deal with this situation. And it feels like there is doctor involved. There's medical people. But what it's feeling is they're finally going, oh, okay. Yeah, we have to deal with this. What I'm also getting is a little bit more of a rounded approach to this, a more holistic approach. It's like, look at all of the little bits and pieces of it rather than, you know, the one symptom or the symptom. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. It feels like there's many things. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm hearing from them is with this for you is, it's more of a holistic view. Now, not meaning ignore doctors, okay? Because Spirit very much wants us to take care of us and knows that we have people on this planet that look after us in this way, and they are wholeheartedly saying they need to be involved. But this is going to be like a multifaceted approach for you. It's like diet and exercise and other bits and pieces that will come together as the treatment for you.
Okay.
And it feels like in doing these things as well, outside of just going to a doctor, it gives you a little bit of control, like a feeling of, okay, this is, you know, my body. I have say in this, and I'm taking charge, and I'm doing what I can, right? Rather than just going, oh, well, this is the doctor's job. They have to do this. You know, you take on some of that and say, okay, well, I'm doing these things for myself. And sometimes it's easy as just, you know, having time for yourself and making sure that you're looking after your mental health. You know, when you're not well and you're dealing with an illness, it can be very difficult to relax and take that time for yourself. And what they're telling me is that looking after yourself not only means going to the doctor and doing all those things, but knowing when it's time to rest, knowing when it's time to push, and starting to read your body. It's an interesting thing, Noelle, because what I'm getting from them is this is going to be it's like it's odd to say, but a new beginning for you and how you see yourself. And it's almost going to be a sense of being able to empower yourself this, because you are going to work closely with your medical team, and it's almost like you're going to learn the lingo. Right? You know, there's going to be some things that you're going to have to pick up, and it's, you know, it's a tough one to say that you do your research, and I don't really like that term when where it goes in our society nowadays. But what I feel for you in some of the, you know, looking into this is to understand cause and effect, to say, you know, like when I'm super stressed, then this happens, and you know, that kind of cause and effect, and having an understanding of what this illness actually manifests as when, you know, possibly you don't eat right, or, you know, you don't get enough rest, things like that, and being aware of these things, like, oh, I didn't get enough sleep last night, so I have to dial it back a little bit. And that's what they're telling me. But, you know, you've got this, and they want to tell you that you have this, and you will get this under control. But also use your voice, really use your voice. And what they want to say too is that we are here with you, and call on them as well. You've got a team of people that work with you in healing, and healing comes to the highest and best. We don't know where that's actually going to be delivered as the human soul that's getting it, but they will help you, and they will give you that. And sometimes that healing is just to give you that boost to get in there and say, look, I need to deal with this. It's not working for me right now. Help me out. All right? Yep. Does that help?
Yeah, it does.
Good. Good. You'll do well, Noelle. You will.
Okay.
All right. May I leave them with you?
Yep.
Wonderful. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope all is well. So take care of yourself for your holidays, okay? You're welcome.
Okay. Bye.
All right. And another reason why too holidays can be hard is, you know, people who are struggling, dealing with health issues, and know that there are people around you that maybe don't express that. So be kind and be courteous to people around you, and give that smile, right? You know, it's the dark days of the winter. As always, my friends, it's been wonderful being with you, and it's wonderful bringing your friends in spirit, and know that they're always with you. Just call them in and ask for their help to the highest and best, and see what they deliver for you, because you'll be very pleasantly surprised at the end what it is they're able to help you with manifest. So have yourself a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is, and take care of yourself and everyone around you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit. I'm your host, Mary. I hope you're all doing really well and having a great week. We'll get straight into the 3-card pull. If you've watched the show before, you know that I will get you all to tune into whether you're drawn to card 1, 2, or 3. And see if the message is relevant for you. Remember, it's a collective. It's a message for the collective. So you may need to sort of adapt it to your life and see how it fits in your life. It could also be a message for somebody else, and maybe you need to pass it on. Or it could be something you just need to sort of keep it on, the back of your mind, and it might be an answer for you very soon. Okay, all right. If you have been drawn to card 1, it's this one here. I'm using an angel deck. Okay, and there is a message on these cards, and it says an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, and afraid to take action. When I'm holding this card and tuning into it, this could have to do with relationships, whether it's a partner or somebody else, a work colleague, whatever. But I do feel like there are choices around this, and emotions can be sort of like a bit sort of heightened at the moment. I am being told to say communication is a must right now, to make sure that you communicate properly and clearly, and that also whoever the other person is concerning this can communicate to you very well and clearly as well, so you understand where you are. The second card is the 10 of Fire, which is this one here. Now, this card came out upside down. It does have too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. Now, when it comes, upside down, it is sort of generally kind of like the opposite. And I do feel like, maybe you don't want to let go of things. You still, even though a 10 is an end of a cycle, maybe you're not ready to let go of things, and I feel like there needs to be like an awakening now, where you kind of like take a pause, look at things from a different perspective, and sort of, maybe start thinking a little bit sort of like about yourself, all right, in your situation. I am also hearing declutter your mind, declutter your emotions, your whole self really, and start like anew. Accept old experiences and situations, and kind of like work through them, and look at them differently from a more positive angle, and delegate if you have to. I feel like you just need to take a lot of load off you, whether it's work or even at the home. Okay, if you are drawn to card 3, it is the Emperor, which is this one here. It does have organization and logic, structure and discipline, and it also has leadership. When I'm holding this card, I do feel like, you need to ask for some help, some protection, some assistance from Archangel Michael. It does have his name on the card as well. I just feel like there needs to be some healing from grievances or sorrow, some sadness. There needs to be some forgiveness here, whether this is personal or work related. There is also excuse me, I feel like there's also movement here, like moving on from something, finding relief, having like hope again. I'm hearing new opportunities, new opportunities gained from different experiences, from different work, from different partners. Okay, so please take all those messages as they resonate for you. Okay, now I have my caller on the line. I believe I've got Anthony.
Hi there.
Hey, how are you, Anthony?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. How can I help you today?
So right now, just looking over general spiritual guidance, kind of where I'm at in my journey. I did catch the last little bit of your last card that you did for the collective, and that actually hit me really well. So.
Yeah, well, you can watch it, later after we get off the line and, see, the full message if you only got a little bit of it. In terms of your spiritual guidance, look, I do feel like you connect with spirit. I also feel like there could be some apprehension or maybe some maybe nervousness or fear around it as well, where you're not really sure of how to proceed with this, or even like how to what to do with it. I've got to tell you, Anthony, I'm here while I'm talking to you, I keep hearing like he's going to prophesy. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, definitely. I've been really learning on my journey of my soul purpose and what I'm here on earth to do. And this has a lot to do with that sharing information, that leadership that we talked about with the Emperor card and things like that. Right now, I just started a new position with as an everyday expert with a counseling app, and which is similar to a PRSS.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely been the past weekend was a rough couple of days as far as my journey went, but I've had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then of course today, to kind of ponder and reflect over how that journey affected me over the weekend, and how I can use it for the betterment of my future.
Yeah, I do feel like you're a very honest person, and I feel like you like the honesty, right? Of people around you. I do feel like there has been some deceit around you, where you feel like you haven't trusted maybe even your instincts and your intuition. But Spirit is saying, just, hang on, trust yourself even when there's challenges, just continue to tune into your intuition. All right, now you maybe lacking in that, but when I was shuffling my cards before the show to see which cards I was Spirit were going to push me towards, the High Priestess flew out all three decks. Okay, so it's no surprise to me that you're asking me this question. You're going to get everything that you want, okay? You need to find some balance. You do have choices coming up. I feel like your spiritual journey is going to be like your little baby. It's going to be something that you grow, like within yourself. But I do feel there's still things that you need to learn about this, okay? So whether you need to sort of like study a little bit more, familiarize yourself a bit more. Are you religious at all, Anthony?
Yes, I am a metaphysical practitioner.
Okay, because Spirit are handing me a Bible and they're tapping on it. All right. So I do feel like you will gain some wisdom through scripture as well. Start from the Old Testament and work through. Okay. There is a lot of, look, I'm feeling like there's a lot of good things around you. I also want to say there's going to be a bit of like karmic justice, not for you, but for other people. So I feel like you have what I like to call like the enemy, you know, people when they come and they sort of like attack us, whether it's verbally, you know, trying to steer us off our path, you know, things like that. And, you know, Spirit are like, you know, all those people that have not served you to serve Spirit are going to be removed. You're going to have a clearer path ahead and they're going to light the way for you. You just need to ask for a clear path forward for yourself. There are definitely like new beginnings here. You know, Spirit are just showing me you like a bird, you know, with wings and just flying. They're just saying you need to be very dedicated and committed to it, because none of this is going to be easy. All right. They're showing me a lot of ups and downs. The reason for that, Spirit is saying that every time you fall and you get up, you will be much stronger spiritually. Every disadvantage, every misfortune in your life has been placed there not to hurt you, not to challenge you per se, but to make you grow, to make you discover who you are, to make you understand that Spirit is with you. Okay. You need to, they're just showing me you head down, foot one in front of the other. Does that make sense for you?
It hits me 100%. I've definitely been working on that, and I actually, when I got back home from the rough weekend, and I was talking with my partner last night, not last night, Tuesday, was a little bit rough in the start of the morning. But that was because of that. In my partner did tell me there is a lot of energy that he sensed that was coming after me, as you just described, that was working against me or was not leading the way that I was I'm meant and trying to lead. And all that energy is being removed. And he actually gave me a bracelet, and there's a pretty powerful protection spell on it. I felt it as soon as I put it on, and I definitely have this understanding and reminding of myself that I'm not going to let any of the past decide the fate of my future.
That's correct. And you just have to keep protecting yourself, because it's not over. All right. You will still be getting those kind of attacks. Okay. So you just need to keep clearing your energies, keep releasing yourself from any karmic things that you may have lingering, you know, in your life. You know, if there's anything you feel remorseful about, you know, release yourself from it. You know, sort of like forgive yourself, ask for forgiveness from Spirit, and just release all of that, so that, you know, the enemy cannot attack you all the time. You know, so
Shelley, and this is Love Life. How's everyone feeling after the beautiful supermoon the other night? It was huge, wasn't it? Really beautiful stuff. I'm feeling okay. We've got a bit of a virus coming on, though, I think. I've actually got my children home unwell from school today, so they're being quiet in the background and just chilling out, and it's quite cold and miserable today here. It's a bit rainy, so it's a nice day to sort of be tucked up at home in your pajamas and, in their case, their iPads with Roblox and Minecraft. Bless them. All right, so I'm going to pull a collective message for today for those watching and listening, or if you happen to stumble across it later, this might just be meant for you. And hope we get a caller through. So here we go. I'm just focusing now. The collective message. King of Wands, very attractive character, not bad at all, if I do say so myself. The King of Wands, he brings a really raw, creative, powerful energy, okay? He can either represent a man in your life or he can represent a masculine part of yourself in, embracing your power, making decisions with business or creative stuff going on, even passion and relationships, anything with that kind of fiery element. And he's just, pretty much an affirmation of people feeling empowered, and which is, just after this big, beautiful full moon that we just had, it's a little bit like that energy, of purging and letting go of what was holding you back, like self-limiting beliefs and things like that, which we all can have and can get caught up in. But this guy has worked hard to get where he's at, a very successful endeavor, especially to do with creativity and things like that. He can throw his power around a little bit, depending on the surrounding cards. So I'm going to pull a couple of other cards that are coming around. They said, oh my goodness me. With the Knight of Wands in reverse, okay, when the Knight of Wands in reverse comes out, to me, often it indicates either a male or female, but more so with masculine energy, somebody who can be a bit of a player, okay? Now, that can be just by their own accord. They're not ready really for commitment or anything serious. They just want to get out there and what's the word? Spread their wings, so to speak, if that makes sense. But sometimes too, when the Knight of Wands is in reverse, especially next to the King of Wands, this could, to me, signify somebody, in your social circle or even the workplace who may be, having a bit of that narcissistic energy where they're abusing their power. Okay, and I say that because, as mentioned before, the King of Wands is very aware of his power, and he, can sometimes misuse that depending on the situation and what's coming up, around it. And I'm just bringing up my chat window here to see if we've got a call yet. No, that's okay. I was just worried if we might have missed something. I've also got the Ten of Wands in reverse. This to me signifies burnout, okay? This is an energy where, someone's been taking way too much on. This could be a senior sort of energy in the workplace I'm getting. Maybe they're just taking their stress out on everybody else, okay? That happens, as we know. But I guess the underlying message there is to acknowledge that, everyone can have their own stuff going on and take it out on others in ways that aren't so nice or, assertive in a nice way, but being more arrogant, I suppose, because that's the sort of energy I'm getting with that. Because they've just got so much else going on that they've taken on themselves. It's a bit like that role of the martyrs. Do things my way, not the highway, basically. And they really sort of need to take their own advice in that instance. Now, just bear with me for a sec, guys. I'm just seeing if I've got the chat window open here, but I can't see anyone who's come through yet. I'm just confirming if I've got the right window open, because normally I sort of have a little prompt come up by now, but that's okay. It's all good. I guess, when cards like this come out, it reminds us that no matter what's going on, we have the power to literally manifest our reality simply by the way we choose to react, okay? We can't control the behaviours of others, especially when it comes to this sort of stuff. the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Wands there. We can choose how we respond to that though. So it's gonna be a question of whether or not, okay, am I going to put up with this, or am I going to speak assertively? Or sometimes, as we know, we live in a capitalist society. Most of us do. You stand up to authority, and that can often bring even more difficulties into your life. Now, I've just got Lindsay on the phone. Thank you, Dave. I was just double checking to see if I had the right window open, but it looks like I do. Hi, Lindsay. What can I do for you?
Hi, just looking for a little insight on what's ahead for my career.
Okay, sure, no worries. It'll only be a quick reading, Lindsay, unfortunately, because we're almost out of time, but that's okay. We will see what comes out in the cards for you. Do you have a specific question in regards to that, or you're just wanting general insight, like you said, to where things are going with your career? So would that mean, like, are you going with a promotion or elsewhere, or?
Yes, am I going to be advancing in my job that I'm at now?
Okay, is Lindsay going to be advancing in her job that you're at? I'm asking the cards to bring out what you need to know about this. Okay, let's see. It's interesting what comes out sometimes. We've got the Hermit, we've got the Six of Swords. You know what? I see you, Lindsay, definitely receiving an offer, okay, of advancement somewhere, but it could be you leaving, given that it's either leaving your current role to advance in the position that you're in now, or you might be moving elsewhere, okay, but it's a good energy. It's nothing bad. There's definitely no stagnation there. You've already spent a lot of time, going within. With the Hermit here, this signifies you've spent a lot of time going within and working out your aspirations and your goals and your priorities and things like that, which is fantastic. So to me, this would signify you're definitely aware of what you want, and that's fantastic. You might have a choice, my dear. You might have a choice with the Lovers. Okay, the Lovers often, the Lovers, it's usually has the energy of romance and relationships, but when it comes to a career reading, this signifies to me the need for you. It's looking at weighing up the pros and cons of the existing friendships and things, and positives and negatives that you have in your current role, and what may happen if you were to advance, which it looks like you're going to me. And I guess with the Lovers, it's always about knowing your priorities, which you do, okay, with the Hermit there, but having that decision. And with the Temperance card here, I feel that you're going to take all the negative experiences that you've been through in past roles and all your experiences, in the workplace and the career that you do. And you, my dear, have really got this ability to integrate that into everything positive. So it's literally like you're turning mistakes and things that you've learned in the past into strengths. And that is what is the underlying energy here that's boosting you and what's going to lead to this advancement. Now, I can quickly ask if you're like, is it going to be in the same place that you're at now, or are you going to be moving elsewhere? Is that sound something like you want to look at?
Yes, please, thank you.
Okay, that's looking good so far. All right, here we go, Lindsay. Something elsewhere. Oh, look, I'll tell you what, you've got the Two of Wands, you've got the Nine of Cups and the Fool, the new beginning, and you're not going to know what to bloody do. There's the Hangman. It's looking good, okay? Now, the Two of Wands can signify moving elsewhere because it's going to have a really nice energy to it of wish fulfillment, you could say. The Nine of Cups, you can't get a more positive card when it comes to fulfilling your aspirations, put it that way. So what you're wanting, it looks like it will happen, okay, if that makes sense for you. But if you don't relocate, that's okay. Either way, there's a new beginning, a massive change here with the Fool. The Fool represents brand new beginnings. And again, I'm feeling that there's going to be a dilemma for you, Lindsay, where the Hangman's here with the choice that I was talking about before when the Lovers energy came out. With the Hermit there, you've done a lot of thinking, reflecting, prioritizing yourself and your aspirations and stuff like that, you will receive an offer. I see that here with the Ace of Pentacles, big time, leaving you with a choice, but you're probably going to second guess things. Okay. The thing with the Hangman is, take the time you need to make your decision. You know, you don't have to answer yes straight away if you're offered something. You can take a couple of days to think about it or whatever. That's not going to impact negatively on you at all. But always go back within, okay, and trust your gut feeling, all right? Remember the decisions you've made and the things that you prioritized for yourself and your goals and your aspirations. And that often requires, you know, to pursue that, it requires a sacrifice. It requires letting something go. So again, coming back to that energy of weighing up all the pros and cons. Yes, in some ways it's going to be very hugely fulfilling. In other ways, you're probably not going to feel that it has the same benefits, okay? But I do see you leaving. I do see you leaving the current role that you're at now, because there's the Eight of Cups, and that would signify leaving behind emotional difficulties, as well as second guessing yourself a little bit, because there's always that little bit of hesitation when the Eight of Cups comes out. It's like, am I doing the right thing? Aren't I? Am I going to be happy? Am I not? You know what I mean? So it's a little bit of second guessing yourself. But I do see, you're going to see in the card how she's leaving behind the cups and the water, and she's walking towards the brighter horizon. So that's what I see coming for you, Lindsay. Now I must get going. I'm sorry, that was only a quick reading, but I've only got literally 30 seconds left. So I hope that was helpful for you. And good luck with whatever happens. Yeah, no worries at all.
Thank you.
As for everyone else, no worries. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll be back same time next week. Thank you.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. Live from Facebook.com/group/JennaLees.crystal.shop. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Your Beautiful Life on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. I am Jenna Lee. I'm excited to be here today. Happy Wednesday. I just got back from vacation from the East Coast, seeing Virginia for the first time. So I've got that happy vibe coming back from the ocean. So I am excited and pumped up to share with you some of the messages that Spirit has been sharing with me over the last, I would say, week or so. I'm going to the ocean, going to the water. It's where I find a lot of peace in my energy and in my soul. I like to spend a lot of time meditating and being grateful, and just exploring what messages Spirit has to offer. So some of the things that I came back with is the signs that the signs that the other side wants you to know of when they come to visit you. What signs do they give you? A lot of people, I would say a lot of people get so busy that they forget to notice. We overlook those things. And the other side is always willing to share with us that they are with us on a regular basis. So some of the smaller things that they do for us is, coins out of nowhere. Frequently, I find them to be pennies. It might be different for other people. A lot of my clients experience pennies. So pennies are actually in weird places, by the way, like on your pillow, stepping on one on accident. Oh, I've had them in some really weird places in your pocket. Anyways, pennies are a sign from the universe, or coins in general, that the other side is visiting you. Another really common one, please tell me in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube, if you get smells. When spirit comes around, when the other side comes around, they bring smells, they provide a smell. Frequently, past loved ones will bring you like their perfume, their cologne, the smell of flowers. If they like to bake, sometimes it's like baking. And I have known spirits to bring around like the smell of like cigars or cigarettes or their cologne. Okay, just some really weird things. So if you get random smells, I always just kind of stop in my tracks and try to tune into who is visiting and what kind of energy they bring. So that is a sign that the other side does bring around. Another interesting one, these seem so simple. That's why they're so easy to look past, to look over. But flowers, people bringing you flowers out of the blue, flowers just showing up into your life is usually a blessing from the other side. They're thinking about you, they love you. And I've had flowers show up randomly. And now it doesn't have to be like the whole plant itself. I've had people make origami flowers for me. I've had people draw flowers for me just out of the blue. I used to serve and bartend, and I would get these random flowers, and I always knew, it's the other side is coming around visiting. Butterflies. I see that a lot of my clients have butterflies. So butterflies are a sign, or like dragonflies. I've seen that one frequently. And when I'm tuning into spirit, asking them, what are some other signs that the other side gives us? And I remember this one that they taught me. They like to move a picture of them or knock a picture of them off the wall or pop a picture of them up. Because when they move it or they drop it, you have to turn around and look at it to put it back up. And so they will move their pictures around a lot. That's a sign that a loved one is visiting you. Their name popping into your head, you seeing their name randomly. There's several small signs that actually take quite a bit of energy for them to do. So just remember to watch out that there are signs everywhere that the other side is, visiting often. I do have a caller right now. So I've got Melody from Everett. Was it Washington?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. What can I help you with today?
I was just wondering about, my family and health, and wanted a little bit more insight around it.
Okay, just so I can clarify, did you say health?
Health.
Okay. What
like
is your birthday?
Like health. 9/22/78.
Okay, so so what's happening? Are you feeling really sluggish and tired lately?
Well, I'm post-surgery, so it's all for good, but it's really kind of made me think about, I don't know, just improving my health all the way around, and maybe what that looks like, or could feel like, and just it makes me think of my children in terms of their health. And so I was just kind of looking for a little bit more around just keeping my family healthy and my health.
Yes. Okay.
Like I wasn't sure if this was like a past loved ones reading or a general reading. Sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. I just need to have a little bit clarification, if you're willing, of what kind of surgery you just had.
I just had a hysterectomy.
Okay. And when it comes to time to eat, your diet, what you're putting into your body, what does that look like? Is that like an average American diet? What's happening there?
It is an average American diet. I have tried to get it down to like 60% processed and 40%. I'm trying to get it even lower so that I'm eating more from the earth and less man-made processed foods, as well as my kids too. We're all kind of just manifesting what comes with processed food. So
yeah, it's so hard to get away from, especially here in the States. So I have a few things that I'd like to just make a note of, because I'm just seeing that the energy is sluggish and tired, but I'm also seeing that there are some parasites in your body as well. So have you done any type of cleanse or flush or looked into what that would consist of for you?
Oh, no. I have not.
Yeah, so parasites are very normal. I would tell you, every person has parasites. It just depends on the infestation that they have. But yours looks like it is something that you do need to take care of. That will help you to no longer be as sluggish. That'll help you to get your energy back. It will help with it. You crave a lot of sweets and things like that.
I do.
Did you say yes to that?
I do. Yes, I have the worst sweet tooth.
Yeah, that's the parasites, by the way. Parasites love sweets.
Oh.
So they ask for it and ask for it and ask for it and ask for it. So one of the fastest ways to, stop that is sweets, to stop giving them what they're wanting. Now that is so hard to do. I love sweets. It's so hard to do. I'm going to tell you just a little bit more in case you're unaware. But when you start to kill off the parasites, they are going to do this thing, they urinate, inside of you. And that is their last attempt to get you to feed them. That will also provide you with headaches and maybe a little bit more, sometimes dizziness and more tiredness, but that is their last attempt to get you to feed them. And that is what they want. They want the sweet. So every single time you eat sweets, you are feeding the thing that is stealing your energy instead. Okay. Now, there are different types of cleanses. And I can see that if you were to go through with these, some of these cleanses, cutting back on the sugar, things like that, you're going to get more energy back. Are you in the process of starting to work out?
I just put that for my intention once I'm cleared for exercise after the recovery.
Yes. Okay. I want to tell you that you're doing all the right steps, because I see your energy coming up. I see your mood coming up. Like, it does already look like you're pretty happy, but it looks like that there's still some struggles with the energy level there. So this is going to provide even more happiness. The other thing I'd like to add is more of a spiritual thing, but as humans, and we're trying to be healthy, so we want to eliminate processed foods. But to me, it also comes down to everything is energy, right? Everything is energy manifested in a different way. And we have been taught over and over and over that these things are unhealthy for us. However, if we continuously believe that, then therefore it is. So a huge thing to add into this is to pray over your food, to set the intentions into your food, that your body's going to take the nutrients it needs and dismiss the rest. That if it provides me happiness, it's healthy. That might not always be the best thing, but I swear I love to live off that. Just what intentions are you putting into your food as you're putting it into your body? I used to eat the cheeseburgers. I love them, and pizza. And I told myself, if I eat this, I'm going to get bloated. Well, guess what? My body listens to me, right? So I started to do the opposite and just tell it, this brings me happiness. I'll take the nutrients it provides and I'll let go of the rest, right? So adding that extra bit of intention in there as well. And then really just praying over the food.
Wow.
The earth does provide so many amazing, beautiful things. And the food that it provides is, I mean, obviously amazing, but it's not always accessible, especially in smaller towns. And it's not readily available either when we're in a hurry. So there's just got to be some other little things that you can do. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you is please get an enzyme. Do you know what an enzyme is?
Is it the stuff you sprinkle over the food?
Well, I think some people sprinkle it, but really enzymes just help you to break your food down faster so it's not sitting in your body. I could talk about eating and holistic health all day long and the how to eat it, the proper way to eat the food. I mean, I can tell you so many things, but an enzyme is going to help you to break the food down so it's not just sitting in your body, rotting and fermenting and getting you bloated and creating all this disease because it's just sitting in there rotting. It'll help you to break it down so you can pass it faster. So if you are consuming things, even things from the earth that might not be as good for your body as you'd like, you can break it down faster and pass it faster, digest it healthy.
Okay.
A lot of info. I know. I could tell you about this all day, by the way. I love this topic. So yes, I do see your health coming back up. I see your mental health coming up. I see your emotional health coming up. When you get back into working out, please be mindful that you might be emotional. It looks like some emotions are trying to surface to release them. And those emotions look like feelings of lack of self-worth or like not being good enough. Melody, have people frequently kind of walked all over you or stepped all over you in your past?
Yes.
Yeah. Because they're showing me that is some things that need to be released from your energy. And if you're being mindful about that when you're working out, you're going to start releasing those even more. And then again, your health is going to come back up.
Okay. Wonderful.
Do you have any other questions?
I just, in terms of, I don't know, family, I think that with me doing this, I think it'll spill over into just being a great example for my kids and to get healthier and do the same. So.
Yes. And if you do it together with them, it will provide bonding and it will also help with generational healing. You are on the right track for everybody.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how much time I have, but I am going to be pushing forward with the business venture, and that's also fueling just me wanting to just look at life differently and come at it with a whole different perspective. So I'm hoping that that's going to, as I heal people, that I get some healing from that as well, all in my spiritual body as I'm taking care of like my physical body.
Yes, 100%. And all the bodies, right? Energetic, spiritual, mental, emotional, even your past self, your generational self. Your energy is so beautiful. You are on the right track. Just keep putting those intentions in there. Keep writing your goals down. Keep being present and mindful, and you're going to do great things. You're on the right track.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
great.
Hey, well, I would love to hear back from you, like how everything's working out. I would love to hear back to see how the business adventure is going. Remember to keep your mind straight with that because it can be challenging, but I see good things happening.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night, Melody.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so I have another caller. I've got Kelly from Owen Sound, Ontario. Yeah. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm great, thank you. What can I help you with tonight?
Just an overall general reading, if you could.
Okay. Can you please provide me with your birthday so that I can tune into your energy?
It's April 22nd, 84.
Okay. Do you have a lot of anxiety?
I have been lately, yes.
I know, I feel it in my stomach. As soon as I wrote your birthday down to get the chart going, my stomach just clenched together and I'm like, and then I start to feel it in my chest, like I can't breathe, like there's pressure. So I know you've got some anxiety going on. What's going on with that anxiety?
Just a lot of stress, a lot of uncontrolled situations that I don't have control over, and I'm trying to get control over them, but it's becoming very overwhelming.
Right. But it's in multiple places of life, right? Like it's like your whole life is trying to shift and you're not ready for it or not wanting it to happen. Is that what's going on?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Why are you fighting it? So one thing I want to talk about is the job is trying to shift. Is that correct?
Sorry?
Is the job trying to shift? Is that something that's going on?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, but
okay. So be open to that because it does look like there's a potential for another job coming in. What are you doing right now?
Actually, I'm unemployed right now.
Okay. Are you looking for something?
Sort of, but not like 100% at this moment.
Okay. And then what's happening with the whole love life thing?
It hasn't been in my line of life yet for a while. I just kind of put it on the back burner for a long while.
So, okay. So are you telling me that you've been single for quite a while?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So what I have really been just seeing is that your whole life is trying to shift, but it's almost like you're fighting it from shifting. And it looks like when I look at that, the reason why is you have a lot of fear going on. Hold on, I got to read a little bit more. Take a breath for me, please, because your energy's just really, really tight around your body, almost like you don't trust people. Okay. If you would like to, I'd like to talk about the fear for just a minute. What is so scary about everything changing?
The unknown, I guess.
But what if it could be better than it has been and you're just preventing yourself from having more happiness?
Yeah, I've tried to look at it like that. I just feel like if it was going to be better, then like things would be lined up more properly for that road to happen. And it's not. And so it makes it that much harder for me to embrace it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I do understand what you're saying because I felt like that many times in my life. However, if we have that belief, it's a limiting belief as well that we're holding it back. Because when you're talking to me, another thing that keeps happening is spirit is telling me your energy just feels unsafe. So what is happening currently in your life where you feel like you're unsafe right now?
Just everything around me. The atmosphere, the living environment, the people, just completely everything.
Okay.
It's just completely manipulated and spiteful and evil around me continuously.
So what are you doing for yourself to protect your energy from all of that?
I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to kill them with kindness.
Okay. But that's not working, correct?
That's not. No, it's not. It's not working at all.
So let's take another step. What is your spirituality like? Are you somebody who prays? Are you somebody who likes to do intention work, write things down? What's your favorite?
I don't think I really have a favorite.
Okay. So I'm just trying to see what fits your energy best. Have you ever? I apologize for anybody watching this that's not into this. Have you ever put anybody in the freezer? If you're not into this stuff, have you ever put anybody into the freezer? Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Okay. So when people are causing you harm in any way, energetic, emotional, spiritual, mental, there's intention work that I've done many, many times. And really, we're doing something physical to help with the spiritual and mental, okay? So as humans, we like to do physical things, materialistic things that helps us to focus. So what I do is when people, and I can't get it to go away with prayer, I can't get it to really shake, I have to take the next step. I literally write the name down of people that are causing harm, causing any type of harm. And I put it in a bag and I fill it with water and I put it in the freezer. And the intention behind that is to freeze them from causing me any type of harm. And that works for me all the time. I get bullies that have been in my life to turn away. I get people who are backstabbing or betraying or gossiping or anything like that. The energy just to leave. And it is amazing what the universe helps you to do when you're doing things to help yourself. So when it comes to feeling unsafe frequently, there are things that you can do more than just prayer, being intentional. I would really recommend stuff like that for you because in your energy, you're very powerful. I don't think you realize how powerful you really are. Have you ever noticed that when you get angry, because you're doing a lot with anger and you say things, it just seems to happen?
Sort of. Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to know that you're very emotional, very, very emotional. Use your emotions, that use the anger, use that what is it else? You get pretty hyped up about some things when you're having a hard time. Utilize that to speak what you want into existence because you have a lot of power in your voice and in your emotions. You're a very strong person. Like you just haven't figured it out. You have abilities. But then I would like to talk to your energy about feeling safe. You might have to do some EFT tapping. You have a lot of negative energy surrounding you as far as like your magnet for chaos. It just kind of follows you. You need to learn how to protect your energy. EFT tapping to remind you that you're safe. Okay. Please put people in the freezer when you need to. Okay. I cannot get through to you enough about this. You are somebody who has abilities. You have abilities. You need to learn how to use them. That sounds like I'm lecturing you. I'm trying not to, but you're very strong. I wish I could help you. I wish you were closer. So if you start utilizing some of these things that you have as far as abilities, your life is going to change. But when I go back into your energy, the number one thing I keep seeing is that you're blocking all this goodness from coming to you out of fear, out of feeling unsafe. If you could start reminding your energy that you are safe, you are powerful, you could have whatever you wanted, start writing the stuff down that you want, it's going to come to you. You're literally at a fork in the road where you could change your whole life and be in a way better position than you have been, but it's like you haven't got the right tools to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think I've just been in this zone for so long that I don't know how to maybe like change the roads up, I guess, and like go to a different road and have to have a different atmosphere because I'm just so used to like bad and negative people like following me and like just and like just like it's horrible. Like I don't like it at all. Like I really don't. Like I don't understand why, and it's very like disturbing and I don't like it.
Yeah. So there's a few things that you can do in your own self is identify, we don't like to do this, but identify in yourself where you might be toxic, where you might be negative, and start to identify that in yourself to change your own vibration so you can bring some of that in. Be mindful to start cutting cords, really using those intentions with your voice that I'm getting rid of the things that no longer serve me. I choose to not feel this way. I refuse to feel this way, and start setting those boundaries, because you literally had a fork in the road where you could change your whole life if you could start focusing on how you want to feel rather than how you don't want to feel. Kelly, I apologize. I would love to talk to you more because I'd love to be able to teach you, but I only have like a minute left on this show, so I have to go. Please know that you're on the right path. By just asking for these things and knowing that you want better and starting to reach out to do better things are going to come for you. You do need to learn how to focus, write it down, speak it into existence with your voice, and start asking for more positive people and situations in your life. The universe will provide. Please just start being mindful. It will shift for you.
Okay, thank you. I much appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I'd love to hear back in the future from you, okay?
All right, for sure.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody. I've only got a few seconds left, but I would love to see you back here Wednesday night. You can follow me on Facebook under Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. I hope you have a great week. Take care, everybody.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDPsychicParties.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Astrology and Psychic Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everybody, welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host, Lady D, for this segment. I hope you've all had an amazing week ahead, or week that's passed. So I am back in my usual place. So this week, what we've got coming up with the planets. So we do have today, we've got Uranus, which is sextile to Neptune. So that can bring up some unexpected issues. It could be something unexpected. It could be positive, but it might be dealing with like if it's someone's trying to scam you or someone's pulled the wool over your eyes. If something is ending, it could be something that's unexpected, but it'd be something positive. We've also got today, we've got this Uranus opposing the sun. So it could be something happens that's unusual, unexpected in your life. So it could happen. We've also got on the 22nd, we've got the sun tri Neptune as well. That's tomorrow. So that I feel that's always good for scams. Because I feel like Neptune's a bit of a foggy planet. And so I feel like anything that's like scams or foggy that you can't really see, it's like you're getting clarity about that. Also on the 23rd, we've got Mercury, which is going to be in tri to Saturn, as well as Mercury tri to Jupiter. So with that, I feel like it's going to be positive communication. So this Mercury is still in retrograde. So it's still in retrograde until the 30th of this month. So that could be about hearing back from someone from the past, or hearing positive communication about a project or something that haven't finished or you've been dealing with from the past. Not something new, but it could be. Who knows? It could be. It also could be with that tri to Saturn, you being able to talk your way out of situations or problems that have been a bit hectic or situations being a bit problematic. Also, we've got coming up on the 24th, we've got the sun, which is going to be in sextile to Pluto. So that's a bit of a transformative day. I feel like that's going to be like going to think differently, or you're going to see something in a different way. On the 25th, which is a big day this week, we've got a conjunction with Mercury and Venus. So they're going to be conjuncting in the sign of Scorpio. So there could be a sense of you finding out about the truth about a relationship, or something financial matter could be coming up. Because relate with Venus, it's always linked with relationships and money, and with Mercury it's about communication and also how we think. So you might also have people in your mind or finances on your mind, having a lot of thinking, but I feel like it's going to give you a lot of clarity as well, because we've still got those positive aspects with the other planets too at the same time. We've got on the 27th, so next Thursday, we've got Venus, which will be in tri to Jupiter and tri to Saturn. So it's going to say positive. It comes in with like money or relationships. So it's a very positive outlook. And it could be that could be linked with that conjunction with Mercury. So it could be that you're hearing about something positive about a relationship. Again, it could be something from the past, because of Mercury retrograde, or it could be like a bonus or some sort of financial matter settling. Could also be coming up for you with that as well. So this week I feel like it's all about having fun. It's also giving a lot of clarity about certain issues or certain things and projects that are coming up. I feel like you might be feeling a little bit forgetful for this week as well. And also I feel like there's a sense here of sort of standing up for what you stand for, but not negotiating, not sort of settling. If you don't feel like it's the right time to settle on a certain situation, don't settle. Is what's coming up for this week. So let's go to the caller. So we've got Amy here. So we've got Amy who's in Oklahoma in America. So hi, Amy. How are you?
Hello, I'm very well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How can I help you today?
Well, I'm having a lot of trouble making a decision on a relationship, and I'm trying to not repeat previous patterns and make good choices for my life, and to break old mindsets, and to do something that's good for me, because it's the healthy thing and not just the thing that feels naturally, comfortable. And it's been something I've been dealing with for many months, and I keep coming to a standstill on what to do. And
I kind of feel like you got to go out of your comfort zone. I keep on hearing, like, as you're talking, I'm hearing, like, get out of your comfort zone. But I feel like you got to try something new. I feel like there's a new person possibly coming into your life. I feel like it's really hard to break ties with this, whatever this, if this situation, this relationship is. I feel like it's hard to sort of break ties or cut cords because you want, it's like you want the change to happen, or you want things to, you want to believe what this person says. But I feel like there's no change, like nothing changes. Like it's like all talk, but there's no action here. And I feel like you're clinging on to a hope or a dream that you once had, but the reality now is very different. And I feel like this person that they're do they like to drink, this person? I don't say that they're an alcoholic or anything like that, but I just feel like they drink, they like to drink.
The person that you're speaking of, I'm not aware of that fact, but everything regarding all words, no action, and a resistance to even, discuss possibilities, to shift in the right direction.
I feel like
there's a lot of hesitation.
Because they haven't changed. I just get all words, no action. They haven't changed, and I don't feel like that they're gonna. I feel like they're not going to change, and I feel like that they're like, I feel like there could be a life with this person, but it's like bored as well. Like you're feeling bored, and so it's
That
not happening.
I would be bored.
Yeah. What's gonna?
Okay. I can see where that would, come from.
Because I feel like there's something about September next year where you're in a different place. Like you're in a completely different energy, different space. You're quite happy. You're fun. It's like you're celebrating.
In September, that would be lovely. It's the problem I'm having, is I'm the type of person that I've encountered a lot of trauma. My ACE score from my childhood is a 10, which is the max, and I've done very well for myself as an adult in every aspect of my life except with my romantic relationships, and I fail miserably every time in different ways. Misery, I don't repeat the same misery, but I find old patterns that stem from my childhood, and I don't recognize them until years into the relationship. By that time, years have been vested, and other opportunities have been missed, and time and energy is gone. And I'm tired of that being the case with me. And it almost feels like my ticker is broken.
That's all right. I just feel like you got to change standards here. I just feel like you're being forgiving for things that people usually wouldn't forgive. I also feel like that there's, I don't know if the trauma is linked to addictions in your past, whether it be someone who has, like, the person who's conflicted the trauma has had their own addictions. So I kind of feel like I do see something about addictions there as well, with you. And I just feel like
there is addiction.
Okay, so that's where I get maybe the alcohol and I could see some other stuff going on as well there. But I just feel like you've got to step, like you got to step up. Like you've got to, like I feel like you need to change boundaries here. Like there's got to be things that you don't stand for, and as soon as you see these things, like don't stand for. But I feel like also you're trying to put things under the rug. I want to go. I feel like over this holiday season, Christmas break, you're getting a lot of clarity and you're thinking things through, but you've got to put yourself, like in a higher space, like put yourself on a pedestal, because you're putting yourself second best. You're not being worthy of yourself is also what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, you are absolutely correct in all that. Unfortunately, what tends to hold me back the most is my abandonment issues, stemming from my upbringing and not being raised by my biological parents. And the abandonment factor tends to gravitate, and control my actions in regards to me choosing to give it another shot and forgive.
What's your birthday quickly? What's your birthday quickly?
May 28th. May 28th. I'm a Gemini.
May 28th. Okay. I just want to see something very quickly. And what year?
1980. And I have a lot of recent loss, a tremendous amount. It's still hard for me to fathom. A lot of loss the past few years.
Okay. Let me just have a look. So it's 1980. Let's have a look. So it's the 5th. So it's what was it? Sorry, that was May.
28th.
Pardon me. 28th. That's May. And it was 1977. Okay, let's have a look quickly. I just want to see something quickly. So your Mars is in Aries. So you like to be with strong men, people who are argumentative.
Yes.
As well. So you've also born with the conjunction of Venus and Mars too. So you can get a bit frustrated with relationships. I just feel like you need to put yourself first. And I just feel like you keep on making excuses or or just seeing how things settle or just see how it all plays out. But I feel like you really need to be someone who's a leader, someone who's going to take charge, someone who's really going to sort of speak up a bit, and you can have the potential to do that. I just feel like that there's and I feel like the Christmas period.
In me. Yeah, I also feel like I'm a leader, and my most recent degree is a graduate degree in that area specifically. I'm not using that portion of my college education. I'm using my first master's degree, and I'm also resistant to change as far as that goes because I feel like I'm really good at what I currently do, and I feel like I benefit. I'm a giver, and I'm a service worker, and I want to give back. I want to give back and help as much as I can.
What I'll say quickly is that I feel like I think you're gonna get clarity over the next couple of months, but I feel like by February you're drawing a line and you're creating a boundary there, and I kind of feel like you might be saying goodbye to this relationship and then waiting for the right one to come along, because I feel like deep down this it's not right, and I feel like you're taking action, but I feel like you're gonna get some clarity and take some action, especially beginning of February. I feel like.
May I ask a question? There is a possibility for somebody new if I allow it, and they emotionally are very compatible and in tune with my needs.
Because you've got that conjunct with Venus and Mars, there's always someone, I feel like, that, depending where it is in the chart, I can't say I didn't ask for your time, so I just asked for that bit. But yeah, you're motivated, so I feel like there would be people coming in, so don't worry about that. You just got to put yourself to the standard. So just, don't tolerate bad behavior.
Yeah.
Put yourself forward.
Thank you for
Put yourself
saying that.
first.
It's a good reminder.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for calling in today.
Thank you.
So everybody,
have a wonderful evening.
okay.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye. If you want to be contact me for reading, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties, and my Facebook page is also Lady D Psychic Parties. My Instagram is Lady D Psychic, as well as my Facebook my YouTube is Lady D Psychic, and my TikTok is Lady D Psychic as well. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. So bye for now.
Thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now back to A1R on the air. Psychic Talk Radio, now on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Welcome to Zodiac Zone. I am Melissa Markham, an evolutionary vibrational astrologer. Wanted to say a couple of things that are happening this week. Looks pretty intensive in the astrology world. Tomorrow night, we're having a